Hello everyone, and welcome to Radio City Crit. I am Dungeon Master Harna, and joining me today are my usual rigmarole of players. Let's start off with the person who feels like they are least likely to go to hell. That's a good one. We'll work our way down.
We've been watching Has Been Hotel.
Ah, I was about to say, where did this one go to? This going to come from?
Least likely to go to hell?
Start at the least likely. Who is the most divine and godly of us?
Okay.
Devout, maybe is more appropriate. God might be annoyed if it was
I wouldn't say I'm devout.
You tried to give up smoking for Lent. You failed, but you tried.
I tried giving up smoking.
God
many
loves a
times.
trier.
He does love a trier.
I'll go
I
went to church religiously for the first 18 years of my life.
That's pretty devout.
I mean, I still pray now and then, but I think Mary's a better person than I am. So,
I'm just going off the
Look, somebody just fucking go.
See, I'm just going off the clear fact that I've spent enough time in a church and doing shit for the church that I should have a meal ticket by now.
Go then.
Go on then. Take us away.
Damn character.
hey, by the church.
Get the Duergar Ranger, and I'll pass on to the next must. Slash.
Ryan, it's you. Come on.
You're
man.
genuinely nicer than me, though.
Ryan, just introduce your fucking character.
Bitch, you. That's you. That tells you everything.
This is coming from the person who sat there for the first hour of a session refusing to admit defeat.
Maybe it's just my Catholic guilt preaching to me. Hello, I am Ryan, and I am playing Cyrus Revenmar, the ASMR barbarian who has fiendish ties to the next
Also the
person.
Catholic guilt.
That's how role-playing works, you know, you play things you can't aspire to.
I feel like I don't. Hi, I'm Mary. I play Astra, the ASMR cleric, and I'll pass it on to the next one.
I'll go because I assume George is at the.
You're a nicer
the
person
bottom.
than me, and we both know it.
Yeah. My name's Anthony. I play Barrows Darkhoof, the Sita rogue fighter, and I'll pass it on to George.
Hi, I'm George. I play Atlas Moreau, the Allen Druid, and I actively bully all the players before this game starts.
Me the most. Not actively. You actively bully me.
Look, you're just very bullyable, okay?
You just pick on me for no reason.
Well, originally it was because you were a
many
good
reasons to pick
sport.
on
Now
you,
it just feels
I
traditional.
wish you love Ryan.
I am also a good sport, so.
Also, the one time I didn't bully you, we almost all died. So now it feels like, you know.
Yeah, it's like superstition now.
Yeah.
You have to pick on me, or otherwise we all die.
Yeah, like I'm doing a
Your
good
choi-
service
your-
here,
your-
okay?
Your character choices don't help. Your character choices balance the scales.
Admittedly, if we ousted me from the game, you would all survive a lot longer. But you know, I fucked the DM, so I get to stay in the game.
Always get us in trouble.
Well, Taryn actually was pretty good at getting us out of trouble.
I think that's
That
the
he already
problem.
got
I
us
think
in.
that I
I was
repressed
about to
all
say,
my
yeah.
chaotic urges while playing Terran to keep everyone alive, and now that I'm not playing a responsible character anymore, I'm like, haha, goblin mode.
Taryn was responsible.
Yeah, Terran was responsible. How dare you? Terran saved your ass more times than I can count.
All I'm gonna say is eye of.
Yeah.
Look,
Kaz still doesn't know about that.
look, he made a prayer and he forgot to specify to who, and then he got possessed. That's not irresponsible.
Previously on the Expanse.
Previously on the Expanse, the Aasimar tried to get Atlas out of jail and accidentally went to jail.
Yeah.
Pretty much it.
Tinkerbell made us her bitches for protection.
Not me. I can't be bitched.
Yeah, not Atlas. She's already bitchy enough.
How dare you? Our little free boys, ironically, one of which is the reason most of us are in jail. We're like, hey, let's try and break him out of prison. Let's go into the inner mechanisms and maybe turn the gravity off. And then they found out that they're not made of metal, so that became an issue.
They lacked clearance.
They lacked clearance.
So Volgear is hacking another hollow strap, going for a captain to see if that works.
Meanwhile, Atlas played the I would like to see your manager card on every single level of the prison until Xander Mason was be given so many fucking emails that he was like, damn, let me shut that bitch up. So he's come to shut that bitch up.
And he showed up by himself.
He showed up
'cause
by
he needs
himself, and
need no escort.
he did like a full like military turn to face us.
Yep.
Which I imagine has like Cyrus so fucking hard for his military days.
With Cyrus's background, probably not.
So fucking flaccid for his military days.
Cyrus is now a woman. That's how it arrives.
Cyrus saw a military man and his balls retreated back inside his body.
Cyrus is now prepubescent.
Cyrus now has to speak in a high-pitched voice.
Yes, I was gonna
until
be
those
like,
drop
look
again.
here! Look
I've
here,
only
buddy.
Just realized, was Kaz also not a soldier?
Yeah.
What is
Kaz
your?
was- Well, this is the thing. Kaz was
thing
a
with
soldier.
soldiers.
Kaz was a soldier in my backstory, and then Harry said, "No, that's a false memory because you're actually an angel." So
I mean, you were kind of a
You were a
soldier.
soldier of like, you know, the Divines. So
Yeah,
now
you
you're
just-
also a soldier of the Divines. You know, you're really creative.
My favorite is Kaz, a soldier who doesn't really talk about how he was in a war. Cyrus, not a soldier who does nothing but talk about how he was in a war.
hey, he doesn't actually talk about it that much. Atlas just believes.
Cyrus's
that
real
he
background
was.
is Charlotte. That's how good of a charlatan he is. He doesn't. You know what his real background is.
It
But
just
yeah.
so happened that that story fell in line with this campaign. I have other backstories that are not soldiers, okay?
I have a lot of backstories that's like I am fleeing someone, Atlas included, but I just think it becomes a fun backstory when you have something actively pursuing you, you know? Like, gotta keep the shit moving.
Why not
And
give the
speaking of getting the
DM
shit
more
moving-
shit to throw at you?
I just hand Harry a character sheet and I'm like, here are all the ways you can hurt me. Go ahead.
You see Xander Mason, he turns to face the Moreau family cell in which both the Aasimar have taken up temporary residence for the evening after Lights Out was called. Xander is a tall figure. He stands just under 6 foot. He's like 5'11". Never quite
I'm
made
not
it
like
all the
this,
way
I'm
to
like
6
this.
foot. He has long, slicked back, salt and pepper hair, heavy on the salt. He has a grey beard with no hint of his original hair color left in it. He wears a black and grey kind of like captain's uniform. Think like big shoulder pads, like a long, like double-breasted buttoned
Do they have the little...
item.
I don't know what they're called.
I don't know what your
Fringing?
Epaulets?
epaulets. I think you're talking. Are you talking about the things on the shoulders that like
yeah,
the gold
and they
things?
have like little fringes on them.
The little shoulder pad things.
Yes, he has them, and Anthony is correct. They're called epaulets. Inspiration for Anthony for knowing military regalia. You get a reroll.
And you're gonna need it.
And might I remind everyone, we do have the group things that we need to remember.
Oh
to
yeah,
use.
that
He's
we
just
never
giving.
use.
Harry's giving them out now because we
you guys never
forget.
use them.
We'll remember at some point.
But yes, so he also has his like left breast over his heart is just an array of like, think very traditional like NATO style medals, like lots of thin little ribbons and bands and things like that, all different colors and stripes and patterns, all signifying probably different areas of achievement and recognition. And it is vast. It's very much like the colonel's coming to visit, and it's like that big, like, look at how many medals he has. Like, you know, he's been in this for a long time, and he's a well decorated is definitely a
You
term
can hear
used to
him
describe him.
jangling before you see him.
Shiny.
He has a face of a man who has seen an awful lot. But despite his graying complexion and hair, he doesn't look like overly elderly. He's probably like mid to late 60s, maybe like closer to the mid than late. Definitely should be looking at retirement sometime soon. But
Definitely
the
isn't.
stern expression on his face and general attitude of him implies that is not something he has any interest in. If you had to wager a bet, you'd imagine that the one of those ribbons on his like breast are probably for killing the person who told him to retire. If that would be a badge they would in fact award. But his eyes are that of someone who's seen a lot. He's got like sunken features, deep cheekbones that like roll into his beard, and he has eyes very similar to Beros. There's
He has
definitely a
eyes?
resemblance. There's a
He has
resemblance
eyes.
there. You can see like although Beros is a very like charming, like very quite unique individual, you can definitely like pull some like.
Barros has got those
Similarities.
intense eyes about him, hasn't he?
Yeah, Beros I don't think has goat eyes.
No, he doesn't. I wanted him to, but he doesn't.
No, but Beros, I think, like Harry Potter, has his mother's eyes, and she has her father's eyes. And yeah, he turns
And
to
he
face
has
you,
his mother's eyes.
and he I don't know if he said anything yet.
He said, "Speak."
He said,
Yeah.
"Speak."
He said speak, yeah, and that's what he says. He just says
Can I
speak.
insight check him to see kind of what he's?
Sure.
I'm trying to work out if he's angry or scared. Like, I want to know if I've rattled him.
Make an insight check.
Why would he be rattled? One of the most powerful men on the Amalgamate.
17.
17, yeah. You have a good look at this guy, looking for anything that would suggest he's rattled. You notice he has a dual holster on his hip, but he has no weapons in them. The holsters are empty. You notice he has a slot on the holster for one of these batons you've seen be used before, which is empty. You notice kind of surveying him over Atlas, like trying to work out what this guy's kind of deal is. He has a few obvious lots of scars. He's got a scarred lip, scarred eyebrow. You notice almost every single one of his knuckles has endured some kind of damage, and his fingers as well. Like, it looks like they've been quite badly damaged at points, maybe like the skin flayed and things like that. Not like his whole hand, but like things like, you know, he's probably had them sheared off in like explosions or like burnt off. You can see that there's a newer layers of skin there that have like healed over, and they aren't as weathered looking as the rest of his like quite leathery kind of like complexion to some level. He does not look intimidated. It doesn't look like he's like, you know, brought a weapon to defend himself, like he's scared of what you might be capable of. And he looks like someone who is slightly fed up. Someone who has like an air of impatience about them.
Atlas is used to this air.
Yeah, as if they he knew. I think it's fair to say with a 17 inside Atlas, he's looking for something, and you think he's like impatient to get it. I think that's probably fair to say. He's like seeking information or like money or whatever that is, whatever he's looking for, whether it's physical or not. He is eager to get it. I think it's probably fair to say. He doesn't, not like he's excited, but like he would.
He wants to get this over with.
Yeah, he doesn't really want to be here.
In
is
that
probably fair to say.
case.
Talk for a very long time.
I am the very model of a modern major general.
You start singing.
Yeah.
Okay. Xander leaves. He just walks away.
Well, that was easy.
He taps his hollow strap. You hear him mutter something into it, and and then that's it. He just walks off.
Wasn't the point of
So just a
summoning him.
casual visit then, or?
Xander Mason does not return. That's it. He's done. Xander Mason does not waste time.
Well, that was boring.
Yep.
I thought the
Does
point
not play
was
games.
to stall him.
What do you
The
think
boy-
I was doing?
Yeah, you stalled him for like 30 seconds.
I know. I was expecting to at least rile him a little bit. Well, I think I must have riled him a little bit, otherwise he wouldn't just left.
Do any of you like go to the edge of the cell, like try to look where he's gone, or do you all just stay back from the bars?
Yeah,
and-
Cyrus will see where he's going.
Cyrus, you see
Half just slunk in that corner.
Yep. You see Cyrus, he goes up to the door. You can kind of like face to the bars and peer around. He goes to the entrance. You see the glass like shimmer, and he steps through as you hear it swing open and close behind him. You see him begin speaking to one of the guards on the level. You see him point down the walkway he was just on. He like is continuing to speak and things like that. And then you see the guard kind of moving their lips. You can't really. You can't read lips. You don't have the observant feet.
No, I don't have the observant feet, no.
They're definitely having a conversation. Maybe an insight check.
Oh, no. Oh, meh. 9.
Cyrus, this guard's been told something, and it's hard to tell if he's excited or worried about what he's been told, but he definitely gets an expression on his face as a result of it. And you watch Xander Mason pick up from the table 2 pistols, a baton, and then 2 bandoliers of ammunition, packs, and grenades. And he slings them over both his shoulders, and he leaves. He just fucks off. He just goes to your back door. You see the back door open and close behind him.
Well, that might not be good.
What?
Well, he told the guard something. The guard seems either worried or excited, and then he pretty much geared up grenades and ammunition and shit and left through the back door. So wherever he's going, he's preparing for combat.
I assume he's going to go try to find Barros and then try to blow up Barros.
Yeah, I hope Barros is somewhere that he's not easily find.
Cut to Barros and Volgir in the arcane engineering level of the Umphalos.
I mean, that's not easy to find, at least.
True.
Yep, so you guys are,
seven hollow straps later.
you guys are currently in the arcane engineering level of the eye.
Let me get.
I love the idea of, like, Barros just stood there like, oh no, that must have been his last hollow strap, and Volgir just keeps pulling out another one. It's like, what the hell, man?
How many guards did we kill?
Oh, this is the one I don't have notes for because it was when I was away. Wonderful.
I think you sent things, like, into chat.
Oh, yes, I did, didn't
I think you were on your second hollow strap out of 5.
No,
Yeah, I've done. No, I had 2 out of 3.
he's used 3, has he not?
I had 3.
Yeah.
But you can reuse them, it might just start to, like, ping on the system.
Yeah, the more you use, the more like you're gonna leave a paper trail. If that's what you want to deem it, you leave it like a digital signature every time.
Yeah,
you use
I wasn't. I think I tried one and then realised I wasn't getting anything, so I was going to try the captains. I think.
Yeah, you realize that the one you were using was too low a rank. But that's
and I'm
because
leaving
they came up with a
third one is
Kemdor.
completely fresh.
Yeah. But again, these are like all from Kemnor. You don't have one from the Umphalos. It might literally be like they are simply. You don't know until you try, but like it's something to bear in mind. Like you're not sure if this is going to get you the clearance you even need, but it might do.
Yes.
Captain rank potentially. It depends on the actual ties to the full amalgamate as opposed to Tilm's like own personal like guard.
Please let us have killed someone important.
Maris, do you want me to keep trying?
I mean, try one more time. If not, then I don't know. We could always just try putting a sword through it, see if that kicks off.
Oh God! Right.
You could also
okay.
try Volkir. You probably would know like the terminal itself
Hot
could
wiring.
probably be like hardwired or hacked as well. If you can't get the hollow strap, like if you can't get a key, you can always try to break the lock.
Right, I'll keep my cap. What do we use my
And if
captain?
you
or
can't
do I
break
just
the
try and
lock, you
get
can
it?
always smash down the door.
What
I
do
mean,
we think?
if you think you're smart enough to understand this technology, then maybe it's worth trying to give it a go.
Can I pull off a panel so I can see what I'm looking at?
Sure.
Make a look at it without interfering.
Have you got like a crowbar or any tools to help you do that? Or
I where's
I've got my thieves tools. Would that be appropriate?
thieves' tools would probably you could probably loosen like the screws and stuff and like slowly remove it. But yeah, like it wouldn't be like a pry, but like you could take some time, like use your lockpicks and stuff to like double.
about
You could
dagger?
double them up. Dagger, maybe you could do the same. It's like using a butter knife to like unscrew something. It's not like the easiest thing in the world. It takes a bit more time than like a screwdriver. You can just like spin it rapidly. But you can like loosen them slowly. It's not like it's like bolted or welded shut. It's like these things probably
Right.
need maintenance now and again.
Yeah, we'll just. Barros, let's try and take the screws off. You take that
Oh,
side. I'll take this
I
side.
do have a crowbar on me.
A crowbar, you could just try to break it open. Like you could just try to.
Yeah.
I love the idea of Volga trying to pry it open with a dagger, and like halfway through, Barrel's is like, "Oh, do you think this would help?"
I'll pass a crowbar to
If you
Volga.
want to use the Volgear, if you want to use the crowbar, you can use an athletics check at advantage Volgear, or you can
If you want to
simply
use your
spend.
Volgear.
If you spend enough time, you will be able to unscrew it with the like your
Athletic.
improvised screwdrivers.
It's a straight shot with
Yep, strength check.
21.
21. Yeah, you hammer it in a few times. You probably take like the hilt of your dagger and use it to like give it a good punch with your hand a few times, without like hurting your knuckles. You warp the metal up underneath it, and you're able to put your body behind it, put your foot up against the panel, and you hear like a wrenching, like as the metal warps and shifts, and like a few of the screws ting ting like pop out on the floor. And yeah, you see the panel clong, like falls on the ground, warped and broken. Probably won't be able to screw back on easily. It's like being bent at like a slight angle. No longer the perfect snug fit it had before. Behind it, you see a variety of cables and tubing and things like that. Make me a Arcana check.
That's subtle. It's a 6.
Remember the first time you opened up the bonnet of a car and you see lots of different components and you see lots of things connecting them up, like you can't if someone was like, where's
What
the
do you
water
mean
tank,
by first
you'd be like,
time?
what? Like,
I was about to say, I still just there's still
Still
things
just
I look
open
at
up,
and
it's
go,
like, yep,
"No, I'm
that's a
not
lot
going
of shit in
anywhere near
there.
I open my car bonnet
like-
up and I know what everything is. That's just me, I guess.
I
Yeah.
like how Volgear's like, I'm going to hack this really hard to hack hollow strap, which is kind of useful, and he gets like a nat 20. Whenever he needs to really pull it out, it's like, 6.
Mm.
There's lots of cables here, Volgear. You can give it a stab, just to try to, like, see what you can achieve. But it is literally going to be like, what happens if I unplug this?
Yeah, just start ripping shit out at random.
Nothing seems to happen. I'll plug it back in, and then like you just keep trying until you find like a.
Yeah.
It's like
Um,
if you want to do that, it will be an Arcana check. It will be disadvantaged because you are guessing what you're doing, pulling from like previous knowledge and like trying to pull like from what you understand about hollow straps and other technology and things like that. It's trying to like find common assumptions, and hope that they're correct.
Meros, this is a bit confusing to me. Should we give it a shot, or do we save this this hollow strap for later?
To be fair, if we do anything that's big enough to cause a bit of a chaos, they're going to know where we are. Pretty much
Right.
immediately.
Right, I'm gonna tap the hollow strap with the captain as a first precaution then.
Okay. Have you got that one
Attuned to it.
attuned?
Yeah.
And you've hacked it before. It's been initialized and unlocked.
Yeah, it's the one I used on
Cool.
the elevator the first time round.
Yep. So you.
I've got the name for it as well.
What name is it, please?
One second. Go through my inventory for stuff I'm attuned to. It is
Is it
the
Aranthian Starleaf?
Yeah.
Aranthian Starleaf.
Yeah.
Ari's got like
I
the
need to
7
No,
hollow straps
Aranthian is
Volgear
right.
has, and he's picked one name that's gonna work, and it's
I was
not
about to
this
say,
one.
Harry, isn't it not the Rallan?
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
the second one you used.
Yeah, the second one I used.
Renil.
Yes. Because I thought that the Aranthian was the private, which was the one I used at the start. I tried
You're
first
not
time.
using Aranthian. You're using Rallan.
Rallan, yeah. Basically, this means every time I scan this thing, I'm going to be hunted.
Maybe just get rid of that after this.
Is there a
Rather
way
than
of
fountain
wiping
or
your hollow
something,
strap and putting a fake profile on it? I wonder.
It's something you could look into, and there's definitely people.
The guy's dead, and he's
I've never
wanted for tampering with amalgamate technology.
Yeah.
They show up at his poor widow's house, like, where is he? It's like, he died.
But yeah, you hold it to it. So captain of the Camel Army. You see it recognizes the name. You see like, welcome in, Captain Rallan, and it you see enter pop up. On the monitor.
Enter.
Yep, you tap it. The screen loads up, and you see that there is a terminal window. This seems to be slightly generic, but paired with slight specifics. The screen is split in half. The left-hand side of the screen, there is a communication system. There is a like a contacts book. There is a ship dock log, which has been saved, all on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, it says gravity manipulation controls, and then it says, like, open brackets, it's like, advanced, closed.
Advance?
You click
Oh,
ground immediately to
yeah.
lands. You are met with a screen of sliders. They go left to right, right to left, all the way across. And there is, in total, there are 7 sliders. And they are numbered.
What do they?
They are numbered 0 through 7.
I wonder
As
what
in, they're
this does.
numbered.
I'm just gonna pick,
They're numbered 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then on the scale it's 0 to 100.
And what are they on? Scales, roughly.
Most of them idle around the like 1 marker.
Oh, yeah!
I'm just gonna look at Barros and just go. Just out of curiosity, if we fuck about with the gravity system, does that not confirm exactly what they think we are?
I mean,
Sorry, my bad.
Well-
It goes 0 to 100, but it's actually like minus 50 to positive 50, and they're all
Yes.
around positive 1.
Right.
I mean, technically we are already terrorists. 6 districts plus the eye, so maybe 1 is the eye, the 6 is the other districts.
What's the 0 then?
Oh, 0. 0 would be the eye.
Yeah,
The
you look at
other
it.
side
It's either,
doesn't
it's either a
even
0 or a circle.
0 or no?
Like when you're
if
trying
we
to
turn
work
it-
out code, it's like, is that an O or a 0? I don't...
Okay, so if we do this, then we need to figure out what to do next.
Mm-hmm.
It causes
also-
chaos, but what do we do with chaos?
Yeah, and also...
Before you do this, check in the ship logs if the Steel Horizon is docked.
Alright, I'll check the doc.
You guys are so responsible, because Atlas would have already smacked all of those to minus 50 just to see what
Yeah,
happens.
and this is why someone's in jail and we're not.
Make me investigation check, Volgear, as you kind of go through, because there's a lot of records to sift through here. There's like, it's ship logs of like hundreds of like
23.
23. Yeah, you start scrolling through, you like find like logs of like the dates when you guys arrived, and you find at the Steel Horizon, you find its log date of arrived, but it has not had a departure date assigned, so it must still
Yay,
be.
So it's still here.
Oh yeah, we're gonna steal our stolen ship back.
Once we get out of prison.
Alright, so the ship is still here. Okay, is there any controls, any other controls?
Not on this terminal. There is actually a log, Volgear's looking around, there would be a log access for the index. If you were spending enough time in the terminal, you would find one. All the terminals do have an index access. But when you open it, it is like opening a command prompt screen. It just is like a blank doop, doop, like
So he's currently working at one terminal, but there's also like 3 or 4 other terminals?
there's several terminals in this area. There's 4 in total.
What
So
is Volgear? What is the communication saying? I just want to be aware that we're not being. They're not heading this way.
I'll look at the chat tab then.
The communication tab, the most recent,
Oh, it's just a porn bot, don't worry.
the most
Also,
recent.
can I tune my holo strap in to feed into the... Because it's got the group sync.
That would be for communications. The group sync you have is
Okay.
for his specific team. It's like his group.
Could I, seeing the communications on the thing, could I almost link them and
But
override
whenever you
it?
open the communication, it's not like an open radio frequency. It appears to be kind of like a form of email. There are lots of
so it's
messages
not like you
being
can get an
sent.
IP address and...
No, it's
throw it in there and
you,
get
you
you
can
on.
see that this individual has a lot of unread mail. And the most recent item
Fucking
is killed in action log, and then there's a date.
Oh, lovely.
And
I'm gonna...
just as you're opening up, you see like terminal access, and then a number pop up, and like logged it, and you see it's been sent to something. It's been sent to something called high command.
Oh, lovely.
A dead man seems to be using the terminal. That's weird.
Hmm.
Damn ghosts.
Well, I think this one's burnt.
Right. I mean, we've already got a terrorism charge against us. What's a little bit of chaos, eh?
Yeah, but we don't want to kill anyone.
Let's slide it down maybe a little bit, just enough to cause a little bit of.
I'll pick
hoo-ha.
because I rolled an 8. I'm gonna pick the 0.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna change it to 5 and look out the window.
So you're
5
going
or
to
minus
increase it to
5?
5.
5 or -5?
-5 then.
So you're going to bring it down to -5. Okay. And you're going for the
And
0,
look
yeah?
out the window. Yeah.
Please don't crush with
Where you
gravity.
currently are, you're looking around. Nothing really changes for you guys initially. You do see there is a estimated time appears. It's like estimated time until gravity manipulation is complete, and for moving it 6 notches, it says it's going to take 60 minutes.
Oh, lovely.
Right. Let's leave it here.
Do we leave it at 6 notches? Or do we just make it to -1?
Let's
Because
not.
then it's a nuisance.
Do -3. Gives us enough time to get out of here.
Change it to -3.
It's still going to be a nuisance, but
-3. The estimate time changes to 29 minutes.
Shall we destroy the thing?
what thing? The
screen.
terminal?
39 minutes.
The screen. So no
will
one
it
can
still-
edit it.
Will it still work?
I don't know. Is it a pop-up screen or is it like a little tablet?
It's like, imagine the old style NASA table computers, like the screen's built into the full console.
So when we all die in jail, what are you guys planning on rolling up next?
I think 30 minutes isn't going to be enough. I don't think they're going to realize what's happening in 30 minutes.
I'm not
Let's
going
get
to
out.
risk. I'll move it to -2 and I'll fuck it off, and then I'll just go from there.
Yep, it drops
Right,
28 minutes.
And now I'm gonna,
We'll start getting out of here.
and then I'm gonna take the bloody hollow strap.
Mhm.
Oh,
What would you like to do with
what am I gonna do with it? What am I gonna do with it? I want to bin it because it's.
I always worry
incriminating
when Will starts thinking.
I'm
What?
just gonna say, you have access to the index. I know I'm not there, but you have access.
Do we? Oh yeah.
There is an index section on the terminal as you're looking around. You opened it,
Okay.
it was like a blank command prompt. There's no help or anything like that, or there's nothing to find
Okay,
this. It's
we'll
not
go have a
a
look
very
at it.
user-friendly thing. Sure. You can make me a little investigation check if you don't try to try to leap any conclusions or make any leaps here. Assumption.
What check, sorry?
Investigation.
It's going to be +5, 19.
How much? Sorry, 19.
19.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to work out how to start searching the index, and you are able to search for something. Is there anything in particular you would like to search for?
First, I think I'm gonna search up Moreau first, just
Okay.
see if I can find anything about where they're being held.
You search the index
Arrest what they're arrested for.
a row.
Oh no, my war crimes!
Searching this from row, you find there is most recently there was prison logs about about 4 members of the Moreau family who were all admitted to a high security prison, which is referred to as the Inescapable, which is somewhere near the dock level of OSEC. It seems to be between the dock level and OSEC level, so it's referred to as level 4.5 on the eye. Further down, you see there are logs of Atlas Moreau arriving aboard the Steel Horizon. There are also logs of Micaiah Moreau, Ichabod Moreau, and Esther Moreau, all arriving aboard a ship called the Winged Phoenix. And that was about maybe 2 days before you guys arrived. There is also a log kind of going further back of Atlas and Micaiah traveling across whenever they first entered Amalgamate space, and they're first kind of being tracked. And then further down, there are more logs of Moreau ships and like things like that. That have, like, you know, trading companies that declare Moreau as their stock and things like that, or items aboard, like key items of like cargo. Moreau kind of flags up a lot. There's like maybe a good like 400 like hits as you kind of like search Moreau. You scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Maybe like look, maybe try to check what was the first entry out of curiosity, and it logs something referred to as the Moreau contingency. But whenever you try to open it, it comes up as blank.
Oh my god, that's me. I'm that contingency.
What was the name
Oh
of
god,
that,
it's blank.
what was the name of that the boss of the squid guys? Lee Cal? Search his name up.
Search.
Okay, you search Lical.
Guessing the spelling probably.
You've seen
how
it
do you spell-
spelled, haven't you?
Oh, has he?
Don't think so.
When would you have seen it written down?
Oh yeah, because she was going through it, but I don't think she showed it to you.
Nope.
How do you spell
This is the
Lical?
problem with taking secret notes.
Big cow.
How do you spell Lical?
Oh my god.
Yep. How would Volgier search it? Based on what he's heard.
1 second.
Not unreasonable to ask. When you're using a fucking it's like entering command prompt. If you fucking get a letter wrong, it might
It
not
doesn't.
work.
It doesn't have like the Google suggestions.
No, it doesn't
where it's
have like a
do you
tab.
mean?
It's got autofill. You know, it doesn't have that shit.
Excuse me for a second while I consult my notes.
I do like that on my phone. I have it
I have
written
nothing
like
about to make
7
consults.
times because I was trying to work out the spelling.
It doesn't spell as it sounds, from what I can remember.
How long ago did we meet this person?
Like-
You never met him, but Atlas briefly spoke to him. He was like the leader of
Eros,
the.
tell me how to spell this sodding name. I've never met this fucking person.
Never have I. Ligcal?
That's what I would have gone with.
Yeah.
I would have put a K in there just
Yeah, I was about to
because.
say Ligkal.
There's two variants. Try both.
Yeah, I'll try both.
Just Linka.
There's someone in an office somewhere's looking at it going, they really want to know who this fucking person is. Just
It's like when you're
30
trying to
attempts
search
later.
something in a foreign language and you're like, I know how it sounds, but I don't think that's how it's spelt.
It's like when you are trying to find a song, but you can only remember one line of it.
Although,
and
to
you're
be
like,
fair, I feel
that
like also
song-
part of that would have been, Volgir trying to search Moreau, because Moreau doesn't really... It's like, Moreau. Nope, not spelled like that. Moreau. I've only ever heard her say it.
You search for Lical, spelled
Yeah, I'm trying.
Ligcal.
And then I'm going to try Kal, and then all sorts.
Cal. The first spelling works.
Yay!
You are met with Volgir, 4,957 logs.
That's quite a lot of locks.
Oh my god, I'm going to
And
pick
Volgir, they
the
span from
first.
backdate from this exact second that you're in. As soon as you search it, you see Ligcal log index report search, like a database is immediately into the index, and you see it's like loading. The bar gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And as you're watching it, the like search changes from like 1 second ago, 2 seconds ago, 3 seconds ago, 4 seconds ago, and you see every single one. They're not dated. They are backdated from the current timestamp you are in. Unlike the Atlas logs. The Atlas logs were timestamped like this date and time, but the Ligcal ones are dated like relative to your time.
The cows
Right.
everywhere. Like,
And that's when you see the bar reach the bottom and stop, and then you see the bar project forward.
oh shit, he knows the future. Scroll
scroll
forward and
up?
see if we die in prison.
You scroll up, you see a timestamp logged for exactly 48 hours from now, and it is Ligcal arrives in Omphalos Dock 45B. It's
Oh.
the first one. You scroll up further, that says Ligcal investigates the index, and it's after like 30 minutes after that one. And it's like
Good for him.
and you see they are being generated and changing. It's things like, and as you're looking at it, it changes from 48 to 24, and then it goes back to 48. And the timestamps in the future, they do not remain consistent, as if it's trying to predict what's going to happen based on what it knows.
Oh.
Do you further investigate the past of Ligcal?
Yeah, go on.
Sure. What are both your passive perceptions, and make me an investigation, please, Volgear.
Oh, no.
11.
11?
Meanwhile, Cyrus is just
Perception
pacing.
16.
15?
Investigation would be an 18.
Atlas gnawing
Okay.
on the bars of her enclosure.
Volgear, you are able to start scrubbing through to find any useful information about this. You find that Ligcal is the in control of a group which is referred to as the Sundered. They are an illithid. They are logged as a member of an illithid, and they were recorded as a what would be the exact term? A deserter, it would be referred to as. And the Sundered as well would be referred to as deserters. They'd be like the Sundered, the deserted, things like that.
Okay.
It does state that they were, for a long period of time, it looks like the Ligcal was recorded as being in stasis aboard base. It would be referred to as like abandoned base. It would be referred to as like, it would be like a brackets abandoned like after it, but it would be base 42 Delta. And it would say location Advina. And it would be referred to as base 42 Delta Advina. And it would say stasis prolonged, and it would go back, and it looks like they were in stasis for the guts of 1,000 years. At least.
We'll give up looking past. Barrett, you got anything else you want to look up?
As you look at Beros, you notice Beros's hair is like out here, like as if he's got like a static electricity charge about him. You see like a little paperweight behind him, just like beginning to like just still touching the table, but like it's like doing that, like it's like just about like it's like floating on its own, like about it's gone vertical, it's like about to tilt off. You look at the gravity. If you go back to it, you can leave the. You would have to leave the index to go back and check the progress on that.
Right. I'll quick Barros before we fly into the middle of nowhere.
Are we getting out of here?
Well, do you want to search anything else? Do you want to see if?
No, but we know that Ligcal's going to arrive in the next 24 to 48 hours. That's going to cause enough chaos to get our friends out of here. As
You
well
scroll
as...
up Volgear, it says 5 minutes, and it jumps back to 48 hours, then it jumps to 72, then it goes to 3 minutes, and then like
Like a goddamn Windows update.
Doesn't know what's gonna happen. Trying to predict.
It's either going to be 5 minutes or 10,000 years or somewhere in between.
Steam is crashing on the Amalgamate.
99 plus hours for PlayStation download. Yeah.
Somebody get a fucking wire. The Wi-Fi is fucked. We need to plug directly in.
You guys do know that there was, I think, a specific thing you were looking for in the index, but I don't know if you remember what that is.
Precursors.
Yeah, we were asked to
The
look
whole
for the
reason you came
precursors.
here in the first place was to look at a specific log number. I'm not giving you it.
Oh,
I think
Oh
I
my
have
God.
that log number, but unfortunately, I'm not there.
Exactly.
1 second. The problem is, I have no note from that.
I'm trying to beam it into your brain.
Did I take a note of the log number?
I think
Not that I can help you, but I think I did.
At least I have a well, hang on. Let me see if I have a 4-digit number and then a letter. I think that's gonna be it, but I did not know what it was. Thanks, pass me.
I'm sure.
I'm also not sure if
Somewhere.
that was communicated with the larger group or whether or not that's just Atlas information.
Yes, Aparna
Yeah.
tells you things that you don't tell us.
Yes.
I think some of you asked the Ultron. You got the information
Yeah,
from the
it
Ultron.
came from the module, so you all heard it.
Oh, this was last session when I had down my note.
Well,
I would
I
let
hate
Volgear
working.
make an intelligence check. See if he
Oh,
can
I'll roll
remember.
it on. I'll roll it on D20 just for the sake of
I
That's
swear
fine,
some of my notes are not saving.
just a default intelligence check. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll take that.
16?
16.
Yeah, you remember it was index log hash 2408/D.
Index
Yeah, that is what I had.
2-4.
Good job.
08
me.
slash D.
I'll search it.
You search it, and it says, please see precursor logs, and then it refers to a terminal access port in the main core. It's central in the main core.
Oh, lovely. Does it give me any further logs?
No, and the terminal begins to delete information rapidly. Things like the ligcal stuff, imagine it was in a separate tab, it just begins to purge itself. Like anything like that might refer to things as beginning to be purged. Seemingly, the system on its own is doing it. You've not done anything. You've had your hand on the keyboard for a while, and it just started removing information.
Barros, I think it's time to get out of here.
Right. Time to go.
It's been about 15 minutes from when you initiated that with all the time searching. As you turn to leave, you see various cups and things like that are just completely suspended in the air. And as you turn, it's not quite slow motion, but everything feels like you don't stop where you're expecting. Your hands and arms continue a bit further than you were anticipating them to, and everything feels like you're suspended in custard. When in zero gravity, which is what you are currently in, movement speed is halved, unless you have a fly speed, which is like a hover speed and not like a traditional flight, unless you have atmosphere, which you would have at the moment because you're in atmosphere. Movement speed is halved because you have to spacewalk, jump forward, grab on the things, that kind of you are teetering on 0G, you're about to be full ISS,
Yeah.
Grabbing doors, pulling yourself forward, but you're still just about connecting with the ground. And if you take a final look at that terminal before you go, it is only just about to hit 0, and you see it's still ticking down towards -2. You don't know what's going to happen if you push it beyond that threshold.
Is anything happening in the prison? Because
We'll get back
Cyrus
to you
is
guys, but I need to see what these guys do. Because if they keep it this setting, it will change what happens to you guys.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, when you say I have to have a hovering speed, I'm guessing Atlas's wings don't.
Your wings would work in atmosphere. So because the Amphala still has an atmosphere, it still has air, your wings can still swim through the air. So that would still work. But if you were in the Expanse, you would need either propulsion, like a star marker would give, or you would need a hover speed, which is some items and some things or some creatures have a hover speed. A beholder has a hover speed. So they hover fly, so they propel themselves by magic. So the fly spell. Fly spell would be perfect. It gives you a flight speed, but it's like a hover.
Okay.
You don't have to beat your arms to keep flying. You're just floating.
Even though that would be funny. Flap, 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 flap.
You
Are
guys
we
go?
getting out the way, Vulgar, or?
Yeah, unless you want to change anything before we go, but
I'm
definitely
not
log
smart
out of
enough. You're
everything.
the
Let's
brains.
keep going.
Okay, you guys bounce. As soon as the
Bounce.
doors to the corridor open, in zero gravity, you see there is 4 OSEC guards, all weapons drawn, stacked up on the door, about to breach as the doors swing open.
Can I close them again?
And that's where we're gonna roll initiative, as you guys see the threat display before
Wrong
you.
number, sorry.
Not what I was expecting.
Run
Can I try again, please?
You close the doors, you open them again, there's more.
You guys are fine in the prison.
I'll
You
just
need to
start
roll
rolling
initiative. You're all good.
stats.
I just imagine Cyrus pacing, and then eventually he
I
just.
will
got
put you on the. Wait, I'll pull you some tokens over. Hang on.
No, it's pace, 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 pace. Smacks head off ceiling. It's like, did I get taller? What just happened?
I need a Volgear and a Barros token.
God,
Or
we just.
pace. Foot doesn't hit the floor, slowly starts to spin. What is going on?
Oh god, he's spinning out.
So.
There's gonna be that moment of like, thank god all of us in this cell have wings. Sorry, Cyrus.
Sure only has them for an hour, so
Better than nothing, eh?
I can vault and jump my way to safety.
I need to add my value back.
Sorry, there's a bunch of pep floating out of Ash just had to grip it up in your life.
Did they take our holostraps off us?
Yeah.
Yep.
They took everything off us.
Have to unequip that as well.
They took my mask that I need to be alive off of me.
Yep.
Work at zero gravity.
They took Pip off you and scrubbed him down and gave him a little prison suit of his own and then gave him
Pip's in a
back.
prison suit, yeah.
Oh.
Remember, he's in like a little orange jumpsuit?
His little pixie orange.
Yeah. Well, Atlas fumes that they had a suit that fit a weird mutant squirrel, but not her.
It's a normal squirrel. You just don't know what a normal squirrel looks like.
I could just
We'll
imagine
agree to
Pip,
disagree.
like, Pip ranting that the orange clashes with his fur.
Luckily, no
You
one can
are
do
orange.
your elevator at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to make this an impromptu little battle map here. Unfortunately, it's a little bit tweet.
We keep accidentally doing terrorism. And now it's just becoming a
Yeah.
knee-jerk reaction.
We don't know what to do. Terrorism. Yes.
Like, do I feel like we need to reroll, like, draft up backup characters at the red
I'm thinking maybe a
Other characters
sorcerer.
are- prison?
I'm thinking someone that has immunity to cold damage.
It's Cyrus's brother, Byrus.
Bifrostus.
Tempted by a bard or a paladin.
Okay, so
Or I could just,
I've got a 14 and a.
my
what's
next
your
one could be
initiative
a
login?
bat folk, and I could
13?
call them
Okay.
batless. And then if that one dies, I get a tabaxi and I call them catless.
One for all the S's.
Is rat folk a thing?
Were rats are a thing.
You could be a ratless.
I mean, bat
No,
folk also
don't-
want a thing, but you know.
Don't.
Harry's
don't
pretty
trigger
chill. I
my
feel like he'd let me reskin an like Owlin as a bat
Got
folk.
enough rats and enough campions.
I was going to give Atlas a rat briefly and call it Ratless. And then I was like, nah, it's funnier if she doesn't really like animals. And then I saw Chimera and was like,
Okay.
It's not technically not an animal.
yeah.
Oh, hang on. My folks are calling me. I'll be back in a second.
Oh dear.
D&D.
It's meant to be George's dad.
Always that moment, isn't there, where you're like, oh no, the team's putting enemies down. Oh no, he's continuing to put enemies down.
I mean, if they don't go to prison, they might need to reroll characters.
Don't let them take you alive.
Or do.
Turn the gravity up to 100 and see what happens.
Alright, so. They got a 20 on theirs.
Yeah.
Attack.
Oh, lovely.
No.
So. They're gonna go just before you guys. You see, who opened the door? Who was like, or were you like going together?
I think Vulgar probably would have been
Yeah, I probably
the one to open the door.
So Barrow's you're being like, tucked off to the side, and Vulgar's kind of like at the terminal. Well, you're probably at like the little side
Yeah.
terminal, but anyways, you're probably both like in a little bit of cover. So the first two guys see you both there. The door opens. You see them there. They've got like long battens extended the front too. And as soon as the door opens, you see one looks over like, I didn't do. Oh, they're there, and they start running in. One's gonna run around behind Volgir, and one's gonna run around behind Beros. They're both gonna whip around, and they're gonna take their battens, and they're gonna try to fucking whack you with them. Whack you. So for Volgir, a 9 for Beros, a 10. Luckily, these guys have multi-attack. Volgir, a 20. And Beros, a 19. That is 8 and 7 to Volgir, and then Beros, please. It is bludgeoning damage. It's the baton that they have. These are crunchable kind of style devices they have. They connect it with you, and they say, stop right there. You've been caught tampering with the gravity. And they're like begin to float as well, so they're grabbing on the things. I'm like, what are you doing in here? You're not supposed to be in here. And you see they call up for the other ones.
I don't know what you're talking about. The gravity seems fine to me.
The other one's going to move up to here and here, tandem each other. One of them lowers one of these long, like slim, like cylindrical rifles that they have towards Volgir, and the one lowers it towards Beros. And they say, please stand down, put your weapons on the floor, stop right there. Like, who's trying to apprehend you. They look like they're ready in action to fire. Beros, do you quietly or do you fight it out?
I'll turn kind of to Vulgar as a free action and be like, fight or flight.
Can I respond in this turn, or is it next turn?
Yeah, you can respond this turn.
Reaction to speak, baby.
Well, I mean, I'd rather not kill anyone, but
These guys are wearing like leather kind of like armor. You see like the very kind of like traditional, like, it almost like they're wearing like advanced space suits, but like it's only made of like, nothing super intensive.
then again, if we get caught, who's going to deal with the others? Or we all just get caught.
Non-lethal it is, and I.
It's your
Spin
grandfather.
the
you
dagger
make the decisions.
around.
I'm just going to say that. It's your grandfather. You make the decision.
I'll spin around and smack the guard behind me non-lethally.
Sure, Vegas
with my
Audacity would
short
trigger. The other guys have like stayed like 10 foot back in the corner, so they're not with like a disadvantage with their shots. You swing 20 hits, roll damage, and you get sneak attack.
Cool. Let's swing this, and then where's my sneak attack?
Should be probably 2d6.
There.
Very nice. Yeah, Barrows, you whip around, you bring your blade down across his like face horizontally, and you hear the ringing of his helmet as he falls to the ground unconscious. As soon as you do that, the guard with the shot on you blasts you.
Yep.
The 14 hit.
No.
Okay, yeah, the shot goes wide. It ricochets off the wall on the far side. You see it like dissipate shortly after. As the energy blast goes wide.
Yeah. I'll move up to this guy.
Yep.
And swing again.
Perfect. Go for it.
Oof, 10.
You swing and miss. Just glances off his armor, and he like kind of like grunts as he takes the hit, and he sees like his ally like swivel to point at you again, and another shot like fires off in your direction. Does a 23 hit.
It does indeed.
Okay, you are going to take
Boatload of damage.
not that much. 11 points of piercing damage as this like blast of arcane energy like lashes along like your shoulder.
Yep. Okay.
And
that is
your
me.
turn. Volgir. Looks like everyone has burned their actions. Looks like Barros is going for it. What are you gonna do? But it looks like no one's gonna
Oh,
have
I
time
hope
to
you
shoot
know
you.
what you're getting us.
They've shot their shots, so.
I hope you know what you're getting us into, and I'm going to go for non-lethal on the guy that's hit me.
Sure, go for it.
Oh, that's a 10.
Like Barros just hits him in the armor, and like you hear him grunt a little bit, but it doesn't enough to like wind him or like throw him off balance or anything like that. Unfortunately.
Leave it. I don't.
Alrighty. Their turn. The guy who's surrounded, he's gonna deal with the one who's actually fucking trying to come up behind him. He whips around to you, Barros, and he's gonna try to hit you with his baton. For 20 for 5, and then a 13 for 8. 2 strikes.
13 hit, will not hit. 20 will.
20 connects you like as he like catches you like in the side, and he tries to bring the baton around the other side to hit you. The other ones are going to continue trying to shoot you guys for now, because that gives them the bit more damage. One of them's going to move here, across over to here. So he moves like up to where Barros was before. He levels his gun at Volgir. He's going to shoot at Volgir, then he's going to shoot at Barros. You can get one shot at the rifle each, because it's pretty punchy. So Volgir, Barros, 20 for you, Volgir. Coming your way. I think Barros the 11 will miss you, if I'm correct.
Yeah, that's good.
Volgir, 12 piercing damage connects with your like shoulder and chest as they like blast you. As this like green beam of energy shoots out of these rifles into the room. Barros.
Guy who bonked me. 26 to hit.
You get sneak attack because Volgir's proximity to you. Another unconscious guard falls at your feet.
I'll then move to this guy. Bonk again.
Sure. There's some hits.
For 27.
No sneak attack this time.
Nope, 6 points of
6 damage. Yeah, he's injured. Nice. Volgir.
I'm going to move up on the one Barros has just attacked.
Sure. Yeah, you can go around his like left flank if you like.
Go for the hit.
For it.
23. 22.
22 will hit. Roll damage.
Ooh. 11.
11.
Non-lethal.
Yeah, connects exactly what you needed. He had 11 hit points left, and yeah, you bonk him hard, and he drops unconscious. Anything else? Volgir?
Yeah. Yes. Do it.
I think you're lagging out a little bit, not sure.
Oh, you got me?
Yeah, no, it's all good. I just was seeing some like fucking not screen tearing, but like bars appearing across your like fucking camera, like the I don't know what's happening. Very weird. Maybe
I'll
just
say
the
it
green
shouldn't do
screen
that.
going funny. The last one you see, he slaps his hollow strap and he says like, "I've got three officers down. I've got 2 individuals, one satyr, one Durga in the gravitation manipulation bay. They are armed and dangerous. Requesting permission to use lethal force." And he runs back all the way 5, 10, 15 foot because he's moving at half speed. He's like jumping through the corridor, grabbing other things, pulling himself through. So he is now about 25 foot from you, Barros, down the corridor. He reaches the door as he's like yelling in his hollow strap, and you hear nothing at this point because it's not the end of the round yet. So Barros, you're up as he's yelling that a call for help out.
So I'll move as much as I can.
What's your movement speed?
35. So
you
that
go
would be
15 unless you dash.
a bonus action dash.
Close the distance easily. You can get behind him if you want.
Yeah, I'll get behind him.
You can you grab onto the wall behind him, like kick around it, and land like almost like horizontal on the wall. The gravity now is completely gone. It's like full ISS. Like.
Yeah. Oh, miss.
You swing with your short sword, and it just like glances over him. He just ducks out the way. And you second attack because you use your bonus action to get there.
Oh, good.
Alrighty, Volgir.
Can I non-lethal with a bow?
No.
God damn I need to get some arrows that are blunt.
I mean, they are asking to go lethal on us.
They've also
I
shot you
know,
a couple of
but-
times with ranged weapons. And
Um,
legal?
he's how far away down? He's 25, is he?
he's 20 from you. He's about 30 because you're a bit further back to Barros was.
Right. I'm gonna move 15,
Your thing.
and then
You there? You're about 15 foot from the now.
just use my full action and just move up. Right. I'm gonna move up to the side of him, so I'm not in this line with Barros.
Sure. Yep. So you like position this. But doing that, you effectively block this guy in.
Yeah.
From he can't get the lift anymore. At the end of your turn, Volgear, at initiative 0, his holo strap flashes up as he receives a response. Unit 45B, request for lethal force has been approved, and you watch as his rifle turns from glowing green to glowing bright red. And so he hasn't done anything. The rifle just seemed to do that on its own.
Wonderful.
And the baton on his hip as well begins to crackle with lightning. He is in melee with you guys, so at the start of his turn, he is going to look at both of you, and he is going to... He is going to use his holo strap, and you watch as he starts entering something into it. He points it towards one of his downed comrades, and he and like the electric discharge from the baton discharges into the holo strap, and he fires something at them, and you watch as they get hit by it, and they and they come back up, and they come. This one here becomes active again. He wakes up from unconsciousness. You watch as his rifle is also, as soon as he wakes up and his heartbeat resumes like normal pace, whatever that, like he's no longer like clearly unconscious. The rifle turns from green to red, and he like wakes up. It's like, whoa, what's happening? That is his action. He will use his bonus action to try to open the console next to him, and you'll see access denied. And he's like, fuck, Barros.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and unconscious this guy. 16?
16 will just hit. Just beats his armor class.
Cool.
Get down
so
on the ground.
7
You get sneak attack as well.
plus 10, 17.
Exactly what you needed. He will knock him unconscious. There's one still conscious back in the previous room. He's prone, like it's just woken up.
Yeah, is the elevator behind us?
Yes, you're you're nearly at the elevator. You're like 15 foot from the elevator. Now. You could get there right now if you wanted to.
Yeah. Is the elevator door open or is it?
It is currently closed.
Okay.
Which means they've locked us in as well.
You forced it open manually before. It was closed before, and you forced it open with your after you zip lined up.
Okay, I'll move. Would I be able to use my bonus action to try and
open
pry
the
this
elevator?
open?
It's a full action.
Right. I'll use a free action to shout to Volgear. Help me with this door.
Yep, cool, perfect. Bulgar, what do you want to do? You saw the guy shoot over towards the room you were previously in. You probably heard the guy cough and sputter like as if like someone's been hit by something, but you're not really sure really the full ins and outs of what's going on there because you only have line of sight. You see Barros go through the door. What would you like to do?
I can do the door, but we need to get rid of that other guy. Or we need to.
Yep, I
knock
mean,
him back
you
out
could
again.
move and try to open the door, Barros. Volgar, sorry, right now.
Yeah, I'll leave the door because I'm moving open the door because even if I try and move to encroach on that guy, I won't. Close
Make
enough.
me an athletics check, Volgar.
17.
17. Yeah, you dig your hands. The wrench the doors open. You see that the elevator is actually. You look up and you see it's above. It's like as if it has gone into like recess above you. But the elevator's at the top at the minute. But it's not like you've an empty shaft here. It looks like they probably were trying to stop you using the elevator. It looks like the elevator itself being maybe shut down. But the shaft is
Cool.
open. The doors are open. You have access to the like wires and things like that if you'd like to do anything else. But that's your
I'll say to
action and
Barros.
movement.
Yeah. Side to barrel, so I'm like, go. The elevator seems to be above us. We should have a free, clear way to get out.
Yeah, Barris will start showing the intention that he's gonna try and get out the little elevator device.
Yep. You say, yeah, start going for your bag. This guy,
Yep.
He moves to here. He whips around. You watch as he takes his rifle. He cocks it, and the red turns to a almost like deep glowing crimson. On his knee, he starts holding in the trigger, and you watch as it's going like doot doot doot, doot doot doot, doot doot doot, the whole way down the rifle, and he gets 3 counts of 6 at the minute. You think if it gets to start of the next turn, he's gonna fucking have some big boom coming your way if you don't get out of here quick, or take him down. Barros.
I will pull out the device for climbing.
Yep.
Attach it to the ropes.
The wheel locks in place around it.
I will attempt to grab Volga and be like, "We've got the jump."
Yep. Volga, if you're happy to use your next turn, you can let Barros take you basically.
Yeah.
So you hold on to Barros. Barros, you throw yourselves both together. Do you hit the button or you just let it free fall you? The button will do a controlled descent, like it did the controlled descent. It will obviously slow your rate of movement. You would assume. Probably because
But
you
it
had
would
the
probably
fucking
go with double because there's 2 of us.
How far does it just go down an endless amount?
No, it falls down the distance you ascended before, and then a little bit below, kind of like where you the recess above. There's also a recess below, enough for 1 elevator. But this is this doesn't go to multiple levels. This goes between 2 levels. It goes between the embassy level and the arcane engineering level.
All right.
Sorry, the commercial level and the arcane engineering level. My bad.
I'll do a controlled descent. I don't think we can chance
Sure.
a free fall.
Yep.
When there's enough room.
Make me a sleight of hand check, because it becomes very apparent that this is intended to descend someone, a singular entity, not 2. So to control your rate of descent, you have to occasionally stop it and do an up movement to try to fight against the machine's natural mechanism.
Yeah, 19.
Nice. And would I say, is Barros's most important thing making that you and Volkir don't get hurt, or are you going to risk it a little bit in the hopes of stopping the machine getting so damaged it might not be usable anymore? There's a chance if you fully think about wearing down brakes on a car, but on a much smaller scale, because this thing doesn't have a lot of wear and tear, and it looks built into it.
Yeah, I don't think Barros is focusing on the machines future. I think he's just
roll me a d4.
Volgaire and him.
On a 1 or a 3, the machine breaks. On a 2 and a 4, it's still working, or at least can be repaired to function again. Cool. So yeah, you start descending down as quick as you can, and is safe to do so. And you get down about halfway down the shaft, and then a huge red-white explosion just hits the upper level of the elevator shaft, and the cable you're on begins to go slacken, and you enter a free fall. You and Volgir are plummeting, and you hear tung tung, and the elevator above you, as if the emergency cable holding it has been exploded as this shot has gone into the elevator shaft. You have 1 round, people, to do something. As you're Mission Impossible style, the cables just snap, you're together, entering a free fall. What are you doing? You've got an unknown amount of distance here. You're about halfway down the chute, and looking over your shoulder, you see the lift ting ting, and it's hitting brake. You see wall things coming from the wall trying to slow it. It's hitting it and stopping for a second, and then go the metal's and then falling further again. But the most pressing moment is you guys are falling right now.
Damn,
there are other cables
there
that
wasn't
haven't
any
snapped. There are
gravity.
of the 4 cables, there are 1 cable remains, and that's the cable the lift is currently pulling up towards itself as it goes.
You turn off gravity, and gravity comes back with a vengeance.
You guys are in zero. Like, it is getting there, but it's still like it's not immediate.
Right.
You don't think the lift is falling because of like gravity? It's falling because like the mechanism is like fucked up.
Yeah.
If only someone had a fly scroll on them right now.
Beat 'em, boys. You could try to counterweight the cable. You could try to cut a hole in the lift floor. What are you doing? What's the plan?
If only we had some sort of teleportation.
I think the lift, cutting a hole in the lift floor and kind of climbing in might be the best option.
Okay. The lift is coming towards you, but again, the gravity is beginning to like slow to nothing. So the mechanism is like trying to pull it to like a think like a firearm's been pressed. The lifts all go to the ground floor. It's kind of like that mechanism trying to do that. But there's no slowing mechanism. It's just the mechanism that pulls it down is being left. That's the only cable left.
Right.
It's just pulling it down at normal speed, like. But you guys are like in zero gravity, like the lift's like gaining on you. Like you're still falling, but like you're not like plummeting to your death. That's why you have this time to like think. You got one round. You got one round of actions to do something before the lift's gonna connect with you. You could like dash and maybe like outrun it. You don't know how quickly the gravity's gonna change right now, but it was nearly at a tipping point. If you were to gamble. And how would you cut through the bottom of the lift? It is a metal.
I know I'm fast enough to get to the bottom. Just don't know if Vulgir is.
Little stubby dwarven legs.
But if I can get down and faster than him and get the doors open, then right. Beros is going to Beros is going to start climbing down.
Yep.
I will bonus action dash.
Yep. So that got you 35 foot down because you're moving at half speed. So you're like grabbing off these little emergency like brakes that are coming out. You're like grabbing on them, using to propel yourself forward and grabbing on them, one and propelling yourself forward, like kind of like moving down like as you like go, like each one, and you eventually find yourself at the only other exit from this level, the lift doors.
Then I will use my full action to try and open the door.
Oh, athletics check, please.
Not good at athletics.
9. You start pulling. They open like a little bit, enough to get your fingers in, but you just can't like get the like try because you like the thing is you're like bracing against it, but there's no gravity to brace your floor, so you gotta like brace your legs against the fucking frame, and you're like, oh, like trying to like it's literally like pulling away from yourself. It's all like core muscle, and it's just you're getting there, but it's slow going. Like you couldn't squeeze through it yet. Because they're trying to lock shut because there's obviously like emergency protocols happening. They're not as easy as they were before, where they could just be like, forced open. Like something has gone wrong when there's like been protocols have been enacted to, minimize death. But they're not expecting people to be inside elevator shafts. Vulgir, anything you would like to do? I will remind Barros, he did have advantage on that. He had advantage left over from his
Oh yeah.
military knowledge. If you want to use it,
Going
you
what
don't
a
have to. Maybe you want to start death save.
I do.
Use
no,
it.
let's use it for this.
Sure.
Just because I can't see any.
Harry's like, I'm sick of giving you advantage and you don't use it.
11.
10 is enough. You're able to push the door open, and you must like override whatever safety mechanism is there, and it just pops open. It's just enough for you to squeeze through. You probably end up like think kind of like when someone like goes underneath like the like garage door to like hold it open for someone else to go through.
Yeah.
You're kind of there like braced like back against one side, like leg and hand against the other, like holding it with like a gap above you for Vulgir to try to like swoop through in like zero gravity.
Yeah, and I'll use a free action. Vulgir, get down here now!
And yeah, Volgir, your turn. You could dash, Volgir, and you can get through the door if you want to.
I will dash and get through the door.
You like Barros, kind of look at where he's gone, throw yourself down, grab and pull, grab and pull, grab and pull, and you fling yourself through. And as you get there, Volgir, you feel the rush of air pushed up behind you, and it helps propel you forward. And you too, Barros, so you do so forward, and the doors are like stuck open for a moment, and you don't hear a crash or a clatter. You see the lift bobs like just below the threshold, and then begins to start going back up, and that's when you guys start to go back up. As the gravity enters the minus, you begin being pulled towards the ceiling.
So basically, I've inverted everyone.
Yeah, so you literally have like dived down this corridor just as the gravity hits zero, like propelled yourself through, and then as soon as you have the doors on like closed, the lift's beginning to like, you know, stabilize whatever's going on in there. But like suddenly you look around, like yeah, there's you like you're on the commercial level. It's like trade market like area, like lots of shops and like that. There's like people like floating along, like, reaching for like shopping, like zero gravity, and they're now all floating like alien tractor beam style, just off the floor. They're just like ascending up, and they're beginning, as their center of gravity hits them, they're beginning like to turn, like as the center of gravity is like going with them, and it looks like their feet are going towards the ceiling, and yours too. But it's happening slowly. It's happening over the course of like, you know, some time. And that's you start hearing announcements. Everyone, please do not be alarmed. We are suffering some minor technical difficulties. The Omphalas will restore gravity to normal as soon as possible. Until then, please remain safe when able.
I get the dwarves are known for mining, but calling it a minor technical difficulty feels demeaning.
While this is happening, the cell doors...
Where is Ryan?
He's dead. Cell doors are,
Mary, give
still...
him a yell.
They're both muted. Should we take a little break to get back?
I did sneeze, that's why I muted myself. Yeah, maybe a break.
Let's do a little break.
Check.
We'll be right back. And we'll pick up our prison break. And we're back. Okay. Risen bitches. You're all in a cell currently. Lights out is being enacted. And Xander Mason has left probably about a good kind of like I would say 5 minutes tops.
Quick question. Does hanging out in prison count as a short rest?
You can take short rest, of course.
I don't think a short rest would do me any benefits anyway. Oh, you want your wild chips back?
Yeah. I just figure, you know, I've been sat around in a cell for a while. That's probably pretty restful.
Cyrus is pacing.
That's not very
Thinking.
restful at all.
No, he doesn't need to rest. He is pacing.
Well, if you keep pacing like that, you might wear a hole in the floor, and then at least we'll have one way out.
Haha, very funny. I'm trying to think.
Can you think without moving your feet back and forth so rapidly?
No, pacing helps me think. Just guess it's a plan to get. This is the thing. Even if Barros and Volgir figure out a way of getting us out of here, we have no way of contacting them unless we can somewhat. I don't even think Saparna could contact them. And how do we contact Saparna to contact them?
Saparna could
There's a
only
lack of
contact us
communication.
once a day. She said she would try and contact them if she could.
What's our passive perceptions of this group, please?
18.
17.
14.
Okay. Everyone, in
Wow,
that order,
everyone!
in that order, you begin to notice Astra's hair begins to kind of like static electricity begin to very slowly just lift off her shoulders. As do the oil feathers molting from Micaiah, like begin to like fall a little bit
float.
slower to the ground. Atlas maybe gets a bit more poofy as the feathers begin to like take some weight off them. And Cyrus, your hair again, you feel like maybe like as if someone's like was moving it off your cheek, you know, like that kind of like.
I feel like Atlas will kind of flap her wings a couple times because she'll associate the feeling with kind of like taking off and then landing again. It's like,
I feel like Astra will side-eye Micaiah and then lean over to Atlas. It's like, is he calming down a bit? Because his feathers aren't shedding as fast.
Or are you not calming down? Your hair is starting to like float.
are you getting
I've seen-
angry? When Owlin get angry, they get kind of poofy like that.
Are you getting angry?
Oh.
No.
Well, I mean, I'm
You're-
pretty angry about the whole situation, but
Yeah, but you look a little poofier than usual.
okay, first of all, that's rude to point out. And
Well,
second,
you just said Owlin get poofier if they are angry, and you're kind of looking poofier than usual.
I don't really
Con-
Do
Concerned
not
and
call my
anxious.
daughter
Don't
fat,
be
or I will
angry.
slap you, silly young man.
It's not fat, it's feathers. They're poofy. She is obviously the least fat person in this cell.
It's fine, dear.
don't talk about that. Anyway, I don't know. It almost feels kind of like when
Floating?
you land.
Bouncy?
Wait, my hair's doing it too. Why is my hair doing it? I don't have that kind of
Atlas
hair.
will go to the front of the cell and just yell out, "Is anyone else hair going funny?"
Yeah. I'm feeling a bit strange. Well,
Strange
I'm gonna be
how?
sick. Oh no.
Okay, well, it's not just something that's been done to our cell, which is probably a good thing. Or bad thing.
And it's
Really?
not me causing anything. I be staticky sometimes, but I'm not this staticky.
Your
Tires
dark,
confused, yes.
lights out, color wash that kind of fills the air of like it's a very dim light. Like, turns from its like dim amber to a deep red.
Well, that
across the
doesn't
whole
seem
prison.
like a good
And
sign.
you begin hearing like a little faint, like very distant, not in the current area. You hear like faint like alarms going off and like things.
Do we think that this is maybe our fault? Or rather, our friend's fault?
Possibly.
Like, we're in prison, so.
Okay, so if this is prison break, then we need to find a way to get out of the cell, out of the prison, get back to the hotel, get Tewa, and then... Tev? She comes back to her family, she's like, I think we're going to miss our meeting. And also maybe be fugitives of the amalgamate.
Atlas, we've done nothing wrong.
Yeah, if you stay in your cell and don't join the prison break, they should still let you go. Because you're compliant.
Again, I don't think we have any interest in taking the leap of faith that you are destined to take, or seem to think you are. We'll go through the system as normal, we'll reschedule the meeting, it'll take us more time, but we will do what we can.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just be a enemy of the... And you guys, of course.
Enemy's a strong word. We're
Fugitive,
like...
terrorist.
Technically fugitive. Terrorist is in the wrong field. I feel like we're vigilantes, if anything. Because we're technically working for the good of everyone. They just don't know that we are.
What if this isn't them? What if this is like the lifted or something?
Then there's all the more reason to get out of the prison.
Prison not be harder to get
Or
to?
what if it's Xander Mason shutting everything down to make sure that they can't save us?
Have you ever heard the term fish in a barrel, Atlas? Astra?
Fish be in the sea.
Yes, but they're easier to catch if they're in a barrel because they can't escape to the sea. We are the
Surely
fish.
you'd have to catch them to put them in the barrel in the first
We
place.
are
And then you've
in
already
barrel.
caught the fish.
This is the barrel. The prison is the barrel. We are the fish.
Do you put
If
water in the barrel too?
Yes, you would.
Because
put
otherwise the
water
fish
in
will
barrel.
just die.
No, it's a metaphor.
Unless they're
If
the
you
ones
put-
who can like breathe air.
Atlas, my point is, one, fish don't breathe air; they breathe water.
Maybe you're fish.
It's a metaphor for easy to kill.
Oxygen from-
You're fish in a barrel. You're easy to kill. We are the fish in a barrel. We need to get out of the prison somehow.
Okay,
It's
well,
actually
I can
slowly,
get
like-
myself out of here.
Oh, you're beginning now to like, as this is going on, after like 10 minutes after that initial like hair beginning to like poof up, it's now getting to the point where it's like things like like you're beginning to feel like almost weightless, like your toe, like you're struggling to like maybe keep grounded, like you're beginning to like naturally, like your posture gets better, and like as the pressure kind of goes off you like.
How do our cells open and close?
They are open and closed, seemingly by some kind of electronic control, which manually does them all from probably the guard stations.
Yeah, but do they like hinge out? Or
No,
do
they
go
slide.
down?
They slide.
Slide.
Think like a very traditional like prison.
Can I try pushing on
Alcatraz.
it now that there's less weight on it?
You want to try pushing it like out or along its runners?
Like, probably grabbing it and pulling
Yeah.
it towards the side that's open. Cyrus will assist.
Sure, make an
Yeah,
athletics
I
check.
mean, she will try and then she'll immediately turn to Cyrus and be like, you see what I'm trying to do. There's no point me trying to do it.
Fair enough.
Sure. Someone make me an
I'll
athletics check.
try and assist him, but I'm weak as fuck.
I don't know why that rolled 2.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll take the advantage anyway. 25. Yeah. So Cyrus, you start heaving against this thing, and you hear the lock clang and like snap as you push it against it, and yeah, the cell door begins to move freely.
Okay.
Well, that was easier than I thought.
Yeah, kind of suspiciously.
Cyrus had to like put a lot of weight in it. Like it wasn't like
But he didn't. It's a prison. He didn't think it would break at all.
Yeah.
It's called the inescapable.
he had to like probably put his feet up against the wall and then push like a
Zero
fucking
gravity assisting
Yeah.
powerlifting.
yeah, literally.
Okay, part 2. Are we gonna try and get Tinkerbell on hands?
I think if we open all the cells, cause a lot of confusion, might make it easier for us to slip out.
Okay, then let's get to the glass.
At this point, it is zero gravity. You guys are like having to grab on the stuff to pull yourself along. If you float too far from things, like if you went into like the middle like void where like the top to ceiling the floor kind of space is, with nothing of an arm's reach, you're stuck. That'll be dead floating. So
But I can still flappy flap.
You can fly, so unlike Atlas, who has like propulsion.
Cyrus is probably gonna like use the bars as like ladders.
I feel like I was
and that's
like,
why he's
come on, and then
trying-
remembers that you guys can't fly. It's like, oh yeah. Okay.
Flying is difficult, Atlas. It still moves at half speed.
Yeah, I imagined.
Because it's not like, how you're used to. It's kind of more like swimming than flying.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure I can get myself through that glass without smashing it. But
I don't know how the locks work. Do they need like a keypad or something, or can you just input?
do I look like a prison guard to you?
I don't know, but you've been here longer than me, so maybe you've seen something. You also spoke to every guard posted here, so you've seen what they have, what they wear.
Is there not a lot of guards basically everywhere, and they can see us?
They're all through the glass. There's no one like physically on station, like in the actual prison itself. They're
I mean,
all
we could
running
try
in
and just
circles.
start prying prisoners' doors open, but that's gonna take a while.
I can try. Cyrus is going to go to the next cell beside the Moreau cell, and he is going to try and pry it open. Please
You
roll
guys haven't
normally.
made any intention to be
Why are you
stealthy.
doing that?
We have
20.
not.
I
I imagined it would be hard to be stealthy as you
you know.
wrench a lock open.
Yeah, well, you rip it
Honest
open. There was a lot of chaos going on. You could have tried like into the time it, but that was not something you said. You guys made a lot of noise. You've all stepped out of the cell, floating around. You've been spotted by the guards, and you see the first level of cells begins to glow with a white light. And looking down, all the cell bars begin to crackle with electricity.
Okay. They don't want us to do that, so...
That's not on your level. It looks like it's working from the ground up, as if something is like it's charging up for each level. So right now, Cyrus, you go to just the next cell over and you start wrenching, or you?
Yeah.
Yep, Cyrus, you go over. Roll me d20. See if you can free from this cell.
Just a d20, or
Yeah, it's the d20
because I
for
already
luck.
rolled.
No,
Oh,
the
okay.
athletics will see whoever's in here. You're letting them out. But it's to see who you get.
No, that might not be good.
Or
Oh no, it's that robot from Futurama who just stabs people.
stab, see? Yeah. You open it up and you see in here there is Vac, the ogre from Tinkerbell's gang.
Back.
And like he kind of comes out, he's like, "Cheers, mate. We'll go fuck these fucking boys up, son. Yeah,
That's the plan.
yeah.
What does the white light go mean?
That would be the electricity. If we touch it, we'll probably fucking die.
Cool.
They use it when it's like riots and shit on.
Right, let's
Atlas,
break
you're
out
not
as
like
many people as
immune
we
to
can.
electricity or anything, right?
That would be very useful.
I know you use a lot of lightning and stuff, so that would be helpful.
No.
Okay, cool.
Radio products, sure. No, I'm not that zappy yet.
Well,
Going to the next cell.
what a shame. Oh, I think Tinkerbell's fallen below. We should probably get down there before, like, they fucking let you all of it. And then the second level it begins, like, crackling with
All
electricity.
right, we should get down there. Come on.
Yeah.
One of us needs
floaty
to go there.
float.
Halberdan! I'll go get him! Jumps down. Slows himself down.
Okay. Guys, jump off the side, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's
jump
low
and
gravity.
Guided,
Yeah, you have, like,
floating
you have, like,
down.
jump, pull yourself. Like, if you jump, you just float.
Astrid,
That's why I'm being
Yeah.
specific. I am guiding my jump.
You have to,
down.
like,
Astrid,
climb
holds
and
on to
climb.
like Cyrus.
Yep, you get vroom, like drag along behind him. Yeah, you kind of like have to move a little bit. The third level begins to crackle, and you see Tinkerbell's cell.
Tinkerbell, Hans, we're getting out.
Hans is not with Tinkerbell.
Damn.
Just
Tinkerbell, let's get the fuck out of
We
here.
gotta go get Hans, come on.
Sounds good to me. Get me out of here. Come on, give me a hand. She'll help you push it open if you.
Yeah.
Are you raging to help once of
I'm not raging.
She already
at
has
the
advantage
moment,
with
but
him, so.
Yeah.
you'd have
24.
The metal rings out as it breaks again. She steps out. Nice. And she like picks up like the broken lock and like holds it in her hand like ooh. Right, so
Hans,
Hands is floor below me, so he's probably already lightning. Genshi's on the other side. If we can be quick, we might be able to get to him. You see across the way the Goliath Genshi locked in his cell.
Alright, come on.
If Cyrus like grabbed the bars and like threw himself across the gap.
Yeah, like trying to spacewalk over.
Spacewalk,
Yeah, 100%.
Can I fly behind Cyrus and just push him?
Sure.
It's zero gravity, so in theory it shouldn't be heavy.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, you fling yourself across the way, like, across the gap. Make me a dexterity check, Cyrus.
Just straight dexterity.
Dexterity. See how quick you get over there.
Oh, nat 20!
You get over there, your hands on it. Atlas is next to you. She kind of gives like what pushing she have, and again she tries to help as well. Make me an athletics check with advantage.
$22.
Ding! The lock snaps on this one as well. You've got all of Tinkerbell and her gang right apart from Hans and Halberdan at this time. Yeah, he comes
Halberdan's
out.
in solitaire, isn't he?
Halberdan's in solitary. And the second, that's where Vac jumped down to try to get him out. The second that you break the break the door in this thing, you both like throw yourselves back as like lightning begins like crackling down the cells like from each wall, like meets in the middle, and you like are like not touching it, and like Genshi like squeezes through, careful not touching, and he's like, "All right, then, let's fucking go."
Where are we gonna go? Even like I feel like since we.
Well, if we manage to get back down to the bottom, we might be able to get back to our stuff, but they're probably going to expect that. We could try and get through the glass wall and turn off the lightning, but they're probably going to expect that. They're going to expect everything, to be honest.
Halberdan is and see if he's out or not.
You looked down towards Halberdan's solitary cell. It looks like oh, not 20. Yeah, you see Vac down there like grappling with it, and he like pulls the handle off, and he's like, "Oh, fuck." And as he does it, the door just like slams open. Inside you see
Yeah. This guy's like 12 foot tall, isn't he?
21 foot tall.
21 foot tall.
He is as tall as the second floor.
That's like 5 atlases or 6 atlases.
He can
That's
standing
so
on
many
the ground
atlases.
floor, he can see into the second floor cells, and you see he like rubs his hands together and goes, "Unaka by Sogalogudo." And he speaks in a language no one seems to understand. but Genshi goes like, "Ogalu, Ogalu," and they seem to be communicating with each other.
I think with him on our side, we can go either way. Glass or...
I feel bad leaving hands behind. Maybe if I give you protection from energy, you could...
I could try.
You're tough.
Sure, fuck it, why not?
Okay. Yes, you want to go to Hans' cell?
Yep.
It's crackling with energy on the second floor. Fly down. You find him. Belay for me, boys.
Or maybe there's something we could use that doesn't... Does cloth conduct electricity?
You can try.
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. And she will start, like, shrugging out of her, like, shirt.
Alice is getting naked.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cyrus will just grab a hold of the sleeve, and just rip it off. He like, hold on,
I am literally covered in feathers, dude. Chill.
Yeah, but it feels weird.
Sure.
Keep your clothes on.
It's right, you look naked.
So I'll wrap both my hands in the sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
I will...
Grab the door.
I will touch him and cast protection from energy.
Okay.
I
assume lightning damage.
Lightning damage, because I'm assuming that's what it's gonna be.
I'm gonna guess that rage won't help me here. Well, actually, no. Nobody's gonna assist me because I'm doing it myself. I'm gonna rage.
Sure. Make me an athletics check at advantage, and make me a con saving throw. Let's call it a flat roll. It will be disadvantaged because you're like conducting it, but because of the, I'll say the ingenuity of using the wraps to like try to like negate the shock.
Okay. 23.
It will be a success for the athletics and the con save.
Not
Ooh,
20.
very nice.
Grin and bear it, bud.
Good thing you did that, because you're going to take 14 points of lightning damage from the cell bars. Even as you like only in kind of a very brief amount of time, as you wrench the door open, and Hans is like, "Kudo!" Go, I guess. And the hands will come out. Ducks out the way. Try not to touch it.
Can't leave you behind, can we?
I mean, you could have done.
We didn't. Let's go.
All right. Plan.
Get the fuck out of prison. Get the fuck on a Tev. Get the fuck out of here.
Sure.
Try and get our shit back if we can.
Sounds good.
Down to the bottom, I guess, then.
Let's go.
Floaty float.
You're right on. It is at this point, as you try to go towards the bottom, the gravity begins to inverse and starts sending you back towards the ceiling.
Okay, going out the top, I guess.
Halberdan's like, oh, fucking hell. As he, like, spins around. Like, his leg collides with one of the catwalks and just fucking breaks it. Like, the metal wrenches apart.
Doesn't even react from the electric shock it gives him.
Oh.
Like a bee sting.
Got me on Goliath funny bone.
Okay, I guess, fuck our stuff? Oh god, my notes.
We will figure out a way to get it back. There are
you can try to grab on like the catwalks and stuff if you want. Like, you want to try to stay
electrified.
No, only the cell doors.
No, just the doors.
Okay, well maybe we can try and pull ourselves down. I mean, I can fly, but it...
Yeah, you can fly normally, Atlas, at the minute.
Yeah, it'll take us some time. We'll have to use the inverse stairs, but it's possible.
I'm
I mean, at the very least, they might expect us less at the bottom if everything's going.
True. Yeah, you won't be able to fly me. I'll be too heavy. And Cyrus is just gonna like cling to the floorboards and just start like monkey crawling up the inverse stairs.
You sort of clinging on like the gaps and the bars, yeah.
Come on, guys, we're going down or up. Down. I don't know which way is which anymore.
We're going opposite gravity.
Oh no, as Halberdan's like floating past you. Like, he grabs on the catwalk and just rips it off the wall. Oh. And then he...
This guy is
much quicker than you guys, he hits the like ceiling. Doom, doom, like he's like miles ahead of you, like weight-wise.
You could probably just jump, though, and he'll already be like halfway.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so if we can get the top floor open, he can jump through it.
And you see there's like things like big like metal picnic benches that are on the ground floor that being like floating spiral down. Halberdan like picks one of them up and like starts like bashing on the glass. We're like, whoa.
I'm just saying, between this guy and Tev, it's gonna be a cramped Tev.
Righty. And yeah, you guys want to start climbing up towards the original ground floor?
Yep.
Sure. Takes you some time. It's a hard going climb, especially because of the inversing gravity. And as you get there, the gravity kind of feels like it's returned to normal. It kind of feels like, you know, it is as if you just like been turned upside down, like as if you're like an hourglass or like a snow globe. It'd be like just flipped on its head. It took a minute to like float to where you need to get, but now it feels like, you know, you're there. Passive perceptions 18 and 17, I would say, probably not 14. You would notice everyone kind of returned to normal, like, you know, for you're concerned. And then you would start seeing, like, probably things like Astra's curls in her hair begin to become straighter, as if they're being, like, pulled. Very slowly. Atlas's feathers become, like, slicked down, like, sleek.
Oh no, I'm gonna look so scrawny. My
very slowly.
floof.
It takes, like, time. But like it's happening. You notice that it looks like the gravity is not stopping at what you would consider a normal level.
Okay, I don't know what happens to my hollow ass bones if this gets heavy, so let's move.
It's like
Didn't think about that one.
A minute later, falls onto the thing. I'm here. It's fine.
Yep.
I have an idea how to maybe break the walls, but I don't know how it works with gravity.
Explain.
Quickly.
Thunderwave.
I got it too.
double up.
But
sure,
do we
why
really
not?
want to announce our presence? I mean, we have a giant with us. What's the fucking point of being sneaky at this point? You are a giant, right? That's not like a slur. I'm finding out a lot of things are slurs nowadays.
He's not really with you right now. He's like
Okay.
slamming a fucking glass pane on the ceiling.
Guess I'll find out later.
Looks like he wouldn't fit for the door you guys try to go through.
What kind of door is it?
It is a metal sliding door. Slides up.
You just try and break it normally.
Yeah, sure. Bend the
Why
knees.
not?
Yep, bend the knees, go for it. Make me a athletics check.
Could Astra help with like holding Cyrus down to help give him leverage? I don't know.
Has my rage phased out?
I would say it probably would have feel by now because you could like climb all the way up
Yeah.
against the gravity.
So
But
23.
23 still works. You get down, like it's the hardest to get your fingers in under it. And you start wrenching it up. You can't get it like high enough to like throw it open, but you're able to hold it up just enough for like members of your group to begin squeezing through. But it's going to take time.
Can we
Another exhaustion coming up.
Cyrus,
Can we
maybe a
wedge, like, the-
Constitution saving throw.
No.
if
18.
18. Cool. That's enough. Cyrus, as you're holding this open for them, you hold it open. Who goes through first?
Probably Atlas, because she can move a bit easier.
Sure. Atlas, you
and
go
she's
through.
little.
You find yourself kind of in a familiar area. This is the area where they
She'll immediately start looking for a way to open the door from this side.
there is nothing obvious that would open the door from this side. There is a couple of guards in here who are currently standing on what is the ceiling looking up at you. They have weapons drawn and they are looking like they are ready for a little scrap-a-dap. And that's where you guys are going to roll initiative for your little prison fight. While Cyrus is stuck holding a door.
gonna
Oh,
God, I
die.
got 21 too.
It's important.
You're welcome to
Is
having
my counter anywhere on
severe
here before I roll
bones
initiative?
breaking.
I'm going to get it now. Hang
Okay.
on. Atlas, Cyrus, Astra.
So what you're telling me, Harry, is that this slider went from minus 50 times to 50 times.
Mm-hmm. Yep, correct.
We could have really
Anthony,
fucked shit up.
what had happened if we'd gone to the negative? Just
Could have killed everyone.
Crushed
Just
on.
500 times gravity.
Almost like the people who originally were here maybe lived in different atmospheres and stuff.
Stupid floaty squid faced people.
Oh, look at that nat 1. We love it. We love to see it.
Why did I roll so well in a combat I'm not in? Because I'm holding a door.
Hold the door!
Oh, door.
That would have been Cyrus if he had got feeble-minded by the intellect power.
Yeah. Dragging along
Or,
our
you know.
stupid-ass strong boy.
Vegetable. Either one.
It would have been funny if you were like, okay, and now I will play a character smarter than Kaz. You just immediately get feeble-minded. Like, never mind.
Kaz wasn't that stupid. He was just a little stupid.
I like that he spent so long improving and getting smarter only to have to give up that intelligence to get a battle advantage in the end.
Yeah, stupid elder brain.
He's like, you know what? Yeah, okay, maybe I was meant to be stupid.
These guys
Take
kind
the
of call it off
intelligence
guard.
back.
Cyrus, you open the door. You kind of see these guys beyond the Atlas like crawls through. Astra, you're up.
Okay,
I like to think
should
Atlas's initiative is so
probably-
low because she's used to always looking down for enemies. She never thinks to look up.
Oh no, because you're also coming through.
Oh yeah.
Like the thing is, picture this, right? Cyrus is actually like climbed up and is like pulling this door down
Yeah.
as far as he's concerned because gravity is fully inverted.
Yeah.
So he's trying to pull the door down. So you guys have had to like you've flown in Atlas straight away, and Astra can't see it. She can't see it. The enemies are on the roof, so like it's like she can't see anything. But she'd have to
Yeah.
climb in after you. She'd have to climb up over Cyrus and in through the hole.
Where's Tinkerbell and all? Did they
They're
join
behind you. They're
Giant?
going to follow up, but they're all unarmed at the minute, so they can't. They're going to help a little bit, but they're not like
We're also unarmed.
Yeah, but you guys are
True.
also main characters, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
is there like anything floating around that Astra could potentially wedge in the door to help Cyrus? Or
Make
pass
me
up the
a
in the door?
just a d20 roll. I say very unlikely, just because the gravity is like fully inverted, so
Yeah.
like everything's like fallen to the ceiling, and you guys are not what would be considered the top, and not the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Because like you're on what would have been ground zero.
Astra, take off your shirt and ball it up in the door.
Stop trying to get everybody naked.
Three, so nope.
Nothing obvious, unfortunately.
Yeah, Astra will try
All
and
we have on
climb.
us.
30.
Get through the door. This is really heavy.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
feels like the door's like
Astro
magnetized,
climbed
Cyrus. Like it's trying to return back to its like.
Or is it
gravity.
really, really light?
No, it's heavy. It's really heavy.
Right? Are you gonna climb through Astra?
Yeah.
Yep. You clamber up. It takes most of your movement, but you're able to just get through, squeezing through like Atlas did, and you see beyond her on the ceiling. There are two individuals, big long rifles, and battens on their hips.
If you thorn whipped them up, would they then fall back up?
No, they would fall down because
I just realized
gravity has
something.
completely inverted, Ryan.
I'm trying to do the math. So we're on the
Imagine
ceiling.
you're on the ceiling and the ceiling's the floor.
Okay.
That's where you are. Does it hurt yet? I didn't do this.
Yes.
I didn't do this.
If you don't have your spellcasting focus,
You cannot cast spells or power material components unless
Okay,
you have those.
that's
materials.
fine then.
You can still
Yeah,
cast verbal somatic. Verbal somatic
So I
are
was
fine.
just checking protection from energy there, but it's just verbal and somatic.
I've just realised something. Person who usually tells Atlas not to kill everyone is not there.
Somewhere in a
Hotel.
hotel room on the Nexus level, the Chimera is on the ceiling.
Oh god, I forgot about that thing.
The skull.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yep, that hit the ceiling.
You mean the skull that we put on a high shelf?
Well, that's easy accessible now. Wow.
It just means it.
I think we also locked it in Volgir's
a meter-
room, though.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, instead of going up like 2 meters, that thing's just gone up an inch and just gone bonk.
Okay, but the Chimera noticing the soil floating out of his potted plant and being like, there, and then like floating themselves.
Can a spiritual weapon do non-lethal?
Yes, because it's a melee spell attack. I believe.
Okay. So
Gentle bonk.
she'll cast a spiritual weapon as close as she can get it to 60 foot.
You could do that. You
Beside
can get right
them?
next to them. Yep.
Okay. And she'll bonk them on the head with it non-lethally. That's a nat 20.
I'll do it.
Non-lethally, right?
Jesus.
You do max. You
Non-lethal
do D8.
bonk.
You just roll the damage normal and add 8 to it because you max out on the dice, unless it does multiple D8s.
Okay.
I think it does 1, or does it do 2D8?
I think it's 1.
Yep, 8 plus 7 is 13, 15, sorry. My math is shit. 15
Okay.
damage, good connection. You hear like a ding as it like strikes down. Injured but not bloodied this individual after that strike as the spiritual one like hovers next to them.
Today for the other one. The bollard in Sacred Flame, it's 2 to 8, but it'll be. Are we leaving these people alive or what's happening?
They're currently in between you and your next door.
I mean, I'd rather not kill anyone, but I don't think they'll extend the same courtesy to us.
Fair. Sacred Flame.
Yep.
The other one. The one
Sure.
non-injured.
Got a dex save?
Yeah, 15. Please.
Nat 20, 24.
No damage then.
Study.
Atlas is fully aware that she can't non-lethally attack, really. She has no weapons, and if she punches someone, it does 0 damage.
But if
You
she's
watch.
a bear,
True.
You watch as these rifles fire 2 red beams of energy, 1 at Atlas and 1 at Astra. Atlas, 18. Astra, 21.
I have like a 13 AC right now, because I'm naked.
Yep, you don't have any armor on, just a reminder.
Yep, I'm normally 16, but I'm 13 right now because I
Oh,
have nothing
nice.
on.
My gosh.
But my dex is still pretty good, so.
Atlas, you take 13 points of piercing damage, and Astra, you take 12 points of piercing damage. These sharp, like propelled beams hit you.
Well, all I can say is I'm really glad I upgraded the armor before this.
And that will be their turn. Atlas.
Yep.
What to do?
Okay, I can't do that. I can't do that. Sorry, I'm just quickly scanning through everything, seeing what I actually...
You know what doesn't require material components? Bear.
Yeah.
Or like psychic damage from that spider. It's fine.
Oh, actually, you know what doesn't require,
Reduce phlegm.
I'm trying to decide whether I should wild shape into like an animal and fuck shit up, or like starry form and fuck shit up, because I could throw like the arrows, but I can't do that non-lethally, and honestly it's so much funnier if I just turn into a bear.
Bear lands on ceiling.
Bear! Bear!
So Atlas turns into a pole bear.
Yeah, why not?
Atlas turns into a horrible, irradiated, skin falling off it, like matted
But honestly,
fur.
at this point you're kind of getting used to it.
I feel like Cyrus is on the other side of the door going, I know that smell. She's a fucking bear.
Smells like sulfur and death.
It's got like an eye, and then one of the nostrils has an eye like coming out of it. And it has these
like a
long
bit like
claws.
one of those things.
It's just like hanging from like an optical nerve.
Yeah, just swinging it like a booger. But it still has sight, you know. Atlas can like see straight below her. It sways as she runs.
I feel like Atlas, after she turns into these animals, just has to like lay down for a little bit, like, don't throw up, don't throw up, don't throw up. But yeah, she will turn into a bear.
Yep.
And she will multi-attack.
I think that's your action to turn into a bear.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it is my action turn.
Little
into a
Miss
bear.
not a moon druid.
Yeah, not a moon druid.
Cyrus, hold the door.
Ah!
Will you
Wait.
try to clamber it?
Would it be an action to grab the door from Cyrus to get him in?
I would say you could use your like bonus action or whatever to grab it off him if you wanted. If you want to use your bear strength to try to hold it down.
I'm a strong
Make your athletic strength of the bear. You cannot benefit advantage because the intention here is that he
21.
let it go. 21. Yeah, you're able to hold it.
These like giant knife claws just come out of the top of the door and like wrench it down.
I will climb
You
through
hear
the
a
door
horrifying bear growl that might mean get in or might mean I'm going to murder you and you don't know which.
Yeah, sounds about right. Climb through the door. I'm assuming I'll yell back to Tinkerbell and all to like get in here.
Working on it.
Then. So I'm climbing over the door, but I'm on the ceiling with them.
So you're gonna climb up over the door and then like drop
Imagine
down.
you just vaulted a
What
fence.
is essentially the
Okay,
same.
no, I'm
You
just
vaulted a fence.
Yeah.
That's,
I'm just picturing it in my head. So
there's a
I'm
ceiling
going
lamp
to-
there that they're like standing on either side. There's like a desk mounted to the ceiling, like mounted to what would be the floor above you. Chairs that have like fallen on the ceiling upside down.
I'm going to. How far are they from me?
They are. You've spent, I'm gonna say, 15 foot climbing over the door, and they are
Okay.
probably another 15 foot from you at least.
Sweet, I can get there. I'm gonna bonus action rage,
Yar.
and I'm gonna run up and punch this guy in the. Yeah, punch this
Sure.
guy in the face.
Make an attack roll.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da. 17.
17 will hit. Roll damage. Or what's your strength modifier even? Strength modifier plus 1.
4 plus 3, so 7 damage.
Reach damage on roll 20 is coming out as a 2.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said plus modifier.
Oh yeah. So the 4
Yeah,
will
so
include
it's-
that. So your
so it's
what's your
yeah,
strength?
6.
Your strength is plus
3.
3. So yes, it's 6 in total. Cool. You punch this guy across the fucking jaw. He's like staggered back a little bit, but he's still holding his ground. Anything else?
I've got 2 attacks, so I'll punch him again.
Sure.
Keep
Oh, wait.
punching.
Can I punch and grapple, or can I just punch
Yeah, you
twice?
can grapple as an action if you'd like. It's just to replace one
Yeah,
of your attacks.
I'll try and grapple him.
Sure. Make
to,
me
like-
a strength athletics check.
Yeah.
We'll make Okay,
Let's
dexterity.
do
He's gonna make an
that.
acrobatics check to wriggle free. 19. He will wriggle free from your attempted grab.
Yeah. That's cool.
But at least, if you roll that much on the dice, it wouldn't hit him anyway. So nothing was wasted. Astra.
Okay, Bop with the spiritual weapon again.
Which one go Bob?
Non-lethal.
What does it look like?
Um,
Like a lightning bolt, like a Zeus lightning bolt, or is it like?
it's weird. In my head, I've got the way lightning looks when it hits sand, like that kind of.
Like glass.
Yeah, but it's got a weird crystalline shape to it. I'll say what get an image up after.
It looks like a tree
But-
in winter. Basically, what you're saying. That's how it discharges in the sand.
I don't know why, but I pictured it as a paddle.
So no, not a paddle. It's like a fucking like a flog. It's like a big like a fucking like cat o' nine tails kind of situation.
Nah, it almost looks like coral, the way it like branches out.
Yeah, bop them on the head. Oh, that was nearly 16. 13?
13 will unfortunately just hit the armor.
Okay. Didn't think so. If I was going to land on a 19, but it wobbled. Dex save 15 on the non-damaged one. Whichever is non-damaged.
The one that I punched.
One that Cyrus punched.
Yeah.
Exceed inbound. Not 20 again, sorry. I'm not shooting you with it, 'cause that would suck.
I'll try and grab him next time. Give him disadvantage.
Speaking of shooting you with it, the one who is not engaged by Cyrus is going to shoot at...
Do you shoot the one thwacking you with coral, or the one who just turned into a bear?
No, he's going to
Who's
shoot at the
holding a
one...
door?
He's going to shoot at the
Turned
one
into
next to
a-
his buddy.
Bear.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Shoots the one who's close the distance. 25 to hit Cyrus.
Definitely hits.
Cyrus, you would take 15 points of piercing damage from this blast.
Halved because raging.
Yep, half goes raging, so that will go to 7. And then the one who you're fighting in melee is going to swing at you twice with their baton. A 19 and a 22 will both hit, I imagine, for a total of 6 half to 3 and 7 half to 3. So 6 damage in total from that melee strike. As the lightning crackling thing hits you. As it hits you, Cyrus, I need you to make a con saving throw twice, please.
Oh no.
But if it's lightning, you would still have advantage.
Not lightning damage.
Not lightning damage?
Not lightning damage.
Damn.
2 con saves.
two
Cool, yep.
non-nat 20s.
They both succeed. You feel this thing try to stun lock you and basically try to reduce your ability to act as fast as you might like. Kind of similar like the shocking grasp cantrip, but it doesn't take hold. Atlas.
I feel like they hit him and he just gives them a dirty look.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm stuck holding a door to get everyone.
It's like when you
through
tease the
here.
fucking huge guy and he just keeps walking.
I
It's
really-
like,
I really want to start getting Harry to create stat blocks for pole creatures purely so it can be the bear spits acid. But I am stuck holding a door until I get our friends through. So
yeah, they're beginning to come through slowly, but they're not
yeah.
they're not bum rushing. They're yelling at a Haldare and stuff. There's lots going on that they're also dealing with. Right now, it's just you guys versus these guards. So if you want to temporarily let go of the door, you can. It's not gonna do.
Okay, I think I'll be able to get that shit open again and get them through.
Yeah, you let go.
Yeah, I'll let go
The
then.
door doesn't move. Stays where it is.
Oh.
The gravity has gotten so severe that it is now overthrowing the natural mechanism. It was seen me doing that, Atlas, from the second you maybe before you took over. You're like, this thing is really pushing that hard, and then you let go, it still moves. You're like, huh, I get stuck.
Atlas will turn back to you
And
be
then it goes doom, opens a bit more. It's oh, it's opening really quickly.
Atlas will turn back and be like, I think I broke it, but because she's a bear, it just comes out as horrendous snarling noises.
I like the idea. Atlas is looking at it going, I'm holding it up, and then, boom.
Oh.
That's not the right direction.
You'll look at it, look back, shrug and bear, and then fly at the nearest guard.
Okay, you jump at him. Make your attack.
And she will multi-attack.
Go for it.
She will wait.
Going for the one with the spiritual weapon or one with the Cyrus?
Hmm?
Spiritual weapon or Cyrus?
Cyrus.
Sure.
That was a 23 to hit.
Hits for 8.
For 8 piercing damage.
Sure.
Atlas is non-lethally bear attacking.
Okay.
As much as she can. Pulling her bear punches. And then she will, with the claws, it's a 20 to hit.
That will hit for 9. Yep. He is
for 9.
pretty badly injured. He's bloodied, actually, after that.
Yep, that's me.
Irate.
Everything I can do.
Cyrus.
Scary roar in his face.
I'm gonna try and grapple him again.
Sure thing.
What would if I wanted to try and steal his weapon instead of grappling him, like taking the weapon off of him?
Disarming him.
Yeah.
That would be a contested grapple, but I would give him advantage because it's easier for him to, like, you know, turn and twist and get away from you, like, just because you're not trying to grab him as a whole, you're going for like a specific item.
If you knock him unconscious, it'll be really easy to grab it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking grab him.
Just him in total?
Grapple him.
Yep,
Yeah.
him all together, sure.
Do I get advantage because of my rage?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wrong button there, but he only rolled an 11 with his modifier.
Fuck!
And you rolled an 8. So he succeeds. He manages to not be grappled. Twisting and turning like,
This
like
guy's a
over grass.
slippery bastard.
He's like,
I'm gonna just fucking punch him now.
Maybe he's a physically slippery bastard. Is he some sort of like slug race? You keep trying to grab him, he just keeps like he's like one of the jelly people. Plasmoids?
no, he's not a
Plasmoid.
plasmoid. He
That's
is.
what they're called though, right?
Yeah. He is a he's a Thrycreen, this one.
Okay. Then he might be
let's go.
slimy. He's a bug person.
No, he's actually not slimy at all. Even though he looks like he should be.
He's scaly.
Yeah, he's like
Just gonna
really
punch him.
hard-shelled, hard exoskeleton. You punch him right in the fucking Thrycreen mouth, right in his mandibles.
Right in where you assume his mouth is. Not really up to Thrycreen anatomy.
Take 6
That's
blooding
the
damage.
effect.
Yeah, he's pretty bad. He's pretty bloodied. Probably Cyrus' turn. Istra.
Yeah.
Okay, bopping on the head again.
Popping.
Non-lethal.
And
That's a 22.
2 hits for how much damage?
10 damage.
He's looking bloodied after that hit. He's like, oh fuck. He's like, he's like probably like a Gith soldier, like a Gith Yankee. He's been swatted around the fuck.
The one that she bopped, the one that shot at Cyrus.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, she'll secret flame the other one.
Sure thing. He makes the next
Dex save
here.
15.
14. He takes damage.
Okay.
Nervous for killing a guard.
He takes 5
radiant
damage.
damage. He is critical after that.
Okay. That's her.
The one fighting you, Cyrus, is going to try to hit you with his baton twice. Rolling an 8 and a 9, he'll miss with both. The other one will shoot at Astra with his rifle. 14 to hit Astra.
Yep, that hits.
You would take 16 points of piercing damage. He's trying to deal with the one behind the spiritual weapon. Righty, Atlas the bear would have a turn. We'll come back to her. Cyrus.
Punching the guy in front of me, because screw
for it.
grabbing a hold of him. Let's
Yep.
just punch him.
He looks like one good punch could send him reeling. And yeah, you swing wide, like, connect good with his, like, cheekbone. You feel it crack under your hit. As, like, the mandible, like, cracks. The exoskeleton, like, you see it crunch in a little bit. And yeah, you knock him unconscious, and he falls unconscious.
I'm then just gonna, like, move over to this guy.
Mhm.
And punch him as well.
Sure. Go for it.
16.
16 will just hit. 6 more piercing damage, or bludgeoning damage, sorry. You good twat across him again. He's like staggered by, he's still bloodied just about. Atlas, there's 1 guard left.
Yeah, I bite him.
Okay, go for it, bear. Yep.
Non-lethal bite.
I non-lethally bite him. Go for like a leg or something, you know?
Misses.
Oh, my bites.
Hits his armor.
Try to claw him. I think that will miss too.
Yep, misses again. He just like glances off his armor as he's like trying to frantically stay alive. Astra.
Okay, bonk the dude again.
Bonk. Go
Bop,
for it.
bop.
Bop it. Twist it.
Bop, 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 bop to the top.
No,
We'll miss.
10.
Oh, it's
So
this
she
really
looks like a
embarrassing bit of
thing.
D&D where no one can
You-
hit him.
You did the bop it, and all I had was that animation of the bop it, twist it,
Pull it.
connect it, load it, ram it, shoot it, shoot it.
I was going for
Yes,
the
that's-
bop it, twist it, forgive yourself.
I always just think of the old Vine where it's like the guy filming over his shoulder and the guy's just like dancing to it in the background.
Astra, anything else? You want a sacred flame? This boy? This bloodied boy?
Well, he's going after her, and she's not looking too good, so yeah.
Alrighty. Dex saving throw coming right up. That's a nat 20 again. Holy shit, they do not want to quit. Surrounded.
Somebody give these guards a pay rise after we've escaped.
Surrounded, this
Yeah.
individual will
The
turn to
sad
his
thing is
down
Baros's
ally.
granddad will probably kill them.
Turns his down ally. He hits something with his hollow strap and he fires something from his wrist. You see a little very small needle hit his friend in the neck, and it like crackles a little electricity, like a little buzz of electricity.
Astro
And,
post needle phobia cringes horribly.
Yeah, and then he coughs a little bit and he picks himself back up. He is no longer unconscious.
All the non-lethal damage goes out the window after that.
Atlas. There's 1 prone who's just been woken up, and there's 1 still fighting for his life.
I mean, I'm already on the one still fighting for his life. I trust Cyrus to just punch this guy back to unconsciousness again.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
So I will try again. To Boyd. Nat 1.
But will not Boyd.
Yep. I tried to
Field
claw instead. 3.
Failed to claw. Cyrus.
One's bloody. How does the one that just came back look?
God, space.
DM.
Or the DM urgently has to pee.
No, that's fine. I mean, I'm gonna do a punching. It just depends on which one I'm punching first.
The DM was just closing the bathroom door because it fucking stunk. Sleeping in the room.
How injured does the one that just got revived look?
Bloodied.
Okay, I'm gonna punch the one that I'm currently. I'll punch the one that I'm currently fighting.
Sure.
The one that.
He's right there.
Yeah. That's 20. And that's 4 damage on. 6 damage on him.
Nice.
Does he fall
is
on?
unconscious.
Yay! Turn around, punch the other guy.
Get down on the fucking ground / ceiling.
So no hits. 6 damage.
Yeah.
Yep, he is still bloodied after that. He's still he's prone. You would have advantage on him as well if you want to try to go for a crit, but I'm gonna give you an extra one anyway. Because there's no dice. Not a crit. Yeah, that's fine. Next up is Astra.
Bop
Punch
him.
This man.
Okay. She'll bop him.
It's really funny to imagine combat without weapons, because we're just like fucking wailing on these guys.
21.
21 hits.
10 damage.
He is knocked unconscious again. Doesn't get a chance to stand up before he's knocked back to the cold embrace of darkness. Looking around this room, it is kind of like your little induction room that all of you all came through. This is where you were given your prison uniforms, or items were taken off you, and there are several benches and things like that in here for like waiting people. But most importantly, there is the kind of like maybe it is the commissary. It's like the prison little the metal like
the little shop.
window.
Lockers.
It's not a shop. It's where they return your items to you that were taken off.
Commissary is the shop.
Yeah, commissary is the shop.
Like metal
Like
lockers.
No. It is literally like there is a counter with a metal fence around it and a little window in that, and there's a
the
little
hatch
line on the
for, like,
floor, and it's like, please stand behind this line.
The second you said giving items back, all I can think of is Austin Powers.
Yeah, literally.
One
It's like a
Swedish-made penis pump.
it's like a recreations kind of like area, like so you can like get back your stuff when you're being freed.
Bear Atlas will point and.
Do the guards have any like passes or key cards or anything on them?
Maybe that's easy. Giving a pattern down, if anything useful.
I'm also gonna take their shit.
Sure. Yeah. You
Take
will
their
search them.
weapons.
That's a 15.
15. If they do, Cyrus, they're probably on their hollow straps.
I'll take a hollow strap.
Take it off them.
No, you gotta drag their
I'm
unconscious
gonna
body
drag-
and boop it.
Yeah, exactly.
Dragging his body.
100%. Because if you took it off them, it would lock. Yes, you
Yes.
you use that while the body's still living. So yeah, it recognizes they're still a
Still
living
warm.
entity. So it's still attuned to it. If they were dead, wouldn't work. And yeah, you boop it against that, and yeah, it connects, and you hear the little door, as like the door unlocks.
Bear Atlas will be shepherding our prison break buddies through the door.
You kind of have to like awkwardly like hold him over your head, Cyrus, and like flap his arm around, because like it's intended for people standing on the ground, not on the ceiling.
Yeah. Try and climb into the box, I
Yeah, you
guess.
climb in inside, and yeah, there's like shelves here. A lot of the everything here was stored in metal open top boxes, and because the gravity has inversed, they've all fallen off the shelves, and they've all fallen fucking everywhere. If you guys want to spend time gathering all your items, it's going to take you some time to do so.
Yeah, can I do an
Yeah.
investigation check or something to see how quickly I can find our own items
To
before I start digging through
successfully
everybody
acquire
else's?
all your shit, it's going to take you a short rest. To like go through everything, because like this is things like even things like the shelves were like not bolted to the floor. The whole shelf has hit the ceiling and then fallen sideways and stuff. It's not easy to search through. I think you guys at least
Okay.
are to search through this, but you will get the benefits of a short rest as you search. And at the end of it, you'll be like, we're geared up again.
We kind of need all our shit, especially
Yeah.
the star
We
mark.
kinda
So
need
That will
a
also
short
get all of
rest.
your allies, like all of them, geared up again, like to their stuff.
Cyrus will like throw a hand down to Astra and help like pull her into the
Yep.
box as well.
Amber up in.
Yep.
There's a chance that
So
they're searching
start
this long
searching?
that the guys might wake back up again, but they'll probably have a point back. And yeah, as you begin to search around,
I mean, we could probably like tie him or something.
you do feel.
Or lock
Do you
them in
go
a
for
cell or
the
something.
only thing really of note? They have manacles on them, and they also have their stun battens, and they have their rifles as well.
Can we manacle them to the door so that they're upside down?
Sure. Yeah, the chain link fence. You can like manacle them too.
We may need one of them to get further out of this place. So maybe manacle one of them and keep the other one manacled like
To himself.
together. Yeah, to himself.
Does anyone take any
Yeah,
of their
we might-
weapons or try to clear armor off them or anything? Or
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
take their weapons.
Atlas is currently still a bear, but she's going to encourage other people to.
yep.
As
If
much
you
as
take
you
the stun
can.
button, Cyrus, or whatever you would take first, the stun button, as soon as you remove it from their person, it no longer crackles with lightning. It appears to just be like a bludgeoning weapon. It effectively serves as a club for you. And if you take the rifle, again, the second it's removed from their person, it appears to discharge. The glowing red lights just turn like dull.
I think we need some kind of hollow strap attachment to make these weapons work.
You see on their holostraps there are attachments, but it does look like they are probably, coded in a certain way.
So these are dead weight to us.
I mean, if you
think
had enough
so.
time, you could try to hack the hollow strap or like, you know.
I
But
was
obviously,
kind of of the essence.
also there's probably, you know, security measures in place to stop prisoners taking rifles off guards and then using them, because that would be dumb as fuck.
Yeah. So just, I think, focus on getting our own shit back,
shit
and
back.
we'll probably take the weapons with us,
Oh, yeah,
even though
100%.
they're not of use to us.
Take
Is
the
it
hollow strap as
worth
well if you want. But again, you may want to leave
Take
them.
in the armor so we're less conspicuous. Because no.
There's 2 guards
don't think
here,
I'm-
2 sets of armor.
You
I
say
don't
that,
think I'm
and
gonna
Atlas
fit.
Bear just gestures to all of you, like the giant and everything. Like,
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna
That's what I
fit in one of these uniforms. You might. But I think the best thing is to be as
You
quick
could be
as
a
possible,
spider,
quick and
it's
quick and
fine.
efficient as possible. And are you gonna be a bear the whole time, or because you might be more useful as not a bear? Don't give me a middle claw. I'm just making a point, and then he's gonna start digging through the shit to try and like.
Atlas Bear
Here,
will
It's
point
it's a
at its
club that-
Atlas Bear will point at itself. Is there a clock in this room?
There's a gold Rolex on the floor. It's broken.
You'll point to that and then hold up 3 claws.
3 minutes.
Oh my god, we need to give her 3 Rolexes. Oh, she can't turn back.
No, it's
Everyone
like
look for
how long it'll
Rolexes.
last. Help me dig through this shit. Take anything that's useful.
I found a 2nd Rolex. Anyone else got one? I found a Casio. Does that work? Who is this asshole? Get him. You see a small, like, a small little, like, very young looking, like, Thrycring gets a shit kicked out of him. Scratch this larva, bitch! By, like, Vok.
Are we taking a short rest?
I think so.
I assume you're taking a short to get right back.
Yeah.
Or you
I'm
can,
gonna get
or
some
you can
hit-
investigation check and be like, I want to look for this item. Investigation check, and it will take a minute per item. Search, or maybe longer, depending on the investigation check. Or you may just not find it at all.
Can I do a vague investigation check of anybody else's equipment? Like I'm looking through and being like, oh, that's mine.
What are you looking
What's
for?
this?
That you
Uh,
what? Like I said, like
any-
I'm looking for this. That's what I'm. The first thing I'm looking for is my phone.
Can I
yeah.
do an investigation check to look for the star mark, so in case we get interrupted in our
Sure.
short rest, like worst case scenario, she's got that.
Investigation check for the Starbuck.
Astra's probably looking for it, but to be honest.
Yep, investigation of your boots. If you want to do that.
Or I do not see that
You
shit.
do not find it. It's buried under some shit, probably.
Investigation for my axe or a better alternative.
That's a 6, so nope.
Nothing. Don't find your boots.
Nah.
Or
That's a 5.
Don't find your axe or an alternative.
Short rest
Fuck.
it
I
is.
think,
Short rest.
yep.
You spend
Short
like, you know, the
rest.
first minute looking around, and that's the thing. The room is chaos. Like, it's not easy to see stuff. Like, and even when your stuff is grouped together, it's probably like hit our boxes and been spilled all over the place and stuff piled on top of it. Like, you gotta move, and like, you gotta move like heavy metal boxes and things like heavy armor and heavy, like, you know, like, why did this guy go to prison with 14 bricks in his pockets? I don't know, but he did. Like, there's one guy who went to prison with just a load of blankets, apparently, that covered everything. Yeah, it's like that. You know, you just like move lots of it away.
Just to note, the second Atlas finds her haversack that, like, you know, more shit can go in. If she comes across anything that looks like drugs, it's going in there.
There'd be no drugs kept here because
Boo.
it's illegal. There'd be evidence.
If you find
It
like
would be stored
heavy
here.
armor that's extra rattly, it's like this is probably Astra's.
I bet you guys spend some time. You like, and like by spending a full hour, you're able to like, you know, actually be like, is that something I recognize my friends? Is it mine? And like, you know, you will spend time like helpfully like dole stuff out. You also can like, you know, spend some time like bandaging yourselves up, like, you know, healing up your wounds.
I mean, I might take a hit die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took 3.
At the end of the hour, one of the guards stirs from their unconscious beatdown with their manacled hand like above their head. They're like looking up like, oh. And they're like, the Thrycreen are crackling and like crunching themselves.
Can Atlas Bear just, like, flick him on the head
Sure.
back to unconsciousness?
Yeah, I mean, like, it will take you.
Sleep.
Roll me a d20. Roll me an attack just to see if you hit or not. You will, but you know, use advantage.
Just a d20 or, like, an actual attack?
It doesn't matter. Yeah, the attack's fine.
17.
Nice, yeah. You fucking twat the fuck out of this guy who just woke up. And he just blacks out.
She just like bonk.
You fucking bonk him hard. And yeah, you guys spend an hour, you get your stuff back, and yeah, you get ready to move on. Meanwhile, Volgir and Beros, the world is beginning to turn upside down.
I think Barris's main focus is to get out of at least kind of the more populated areas and make their way up to the docks.
Grab my
Maybe
chimera,
see
you
if we can get the
asshole.
ship.
Yes, so you guys want to head straight for OSEC, Doc? You want to go all the way up for OSEC?
That does remind. Yeah, we gotta go back for the fucking chimera, aren't we?
You don't have to.
No.
You don't have to, but
Atlas will be very disappointed in you.
I think you guys would know that if you don't, Atlas will.
Also, Pit Fiend Skull.
I'm happy to leave that behind.
Don't leave
I'm
the
happy to leave both of them behind.
But also a chimera might be good if we get.
That penthouse is going to be the do not go area for 90.
Poor
Volgir's just there, like, getting rid of the chimera and the Pit Fiend Skull in one fell swoop.
But Atlas's poor decision and Cyrus's story arc, I guess.
And Cyrus's potential
And
person.
Cyrus-
The way
is
it's
poor
going,
decision.
it'll be bloody Atlas's bloody story arc at this rate.
Yeah, the second Atlas found Tower, she's like, fuck my planet and saving the gods. It's all about this little man, woman,
Right,
creature.
Are we going back for the chimera?
That's cool.
Volga is going to look at you, really not impressed by your comment.
I mean, at least if we get stopped again, we can just throw the chimera at it.
How do you think the Chimera is going to be moving?
The same way we are.
That's a question. All of the buildings are really tall. Are they standing looking at the roofs of
probably.
the buildings? How are they going to get to the door of the Hollow Hotel?
That's okay, we had big windows and
Some
chimeras are
of-
sturdy.
Some of the taller buildings actually connect to the ceiling.
We also had a balcony.
Your
so,
elegance
you know.
was what we won this building. The penthouse would be connected to the
We're
ceiling.
in the penthouse with a balcony. It's probably not that far from the ceiling.
The Chimera's already
I
got out.
wanted the visual of it. I just needed to confirm the visual.
Fine.
Right, we gotta start. We gotta go back. So we'll start making our way to the Nexus district.
Okay, yeah. So you guys probably can't get to the lift here. You probably have to go to the central ring and make your way around there. If you recall the central ring before, the gravity in it was kind of like a halo disc, like kind of idea, like a Dyson sphere kind of style. It was all about pushing you away. It is now the opposite. It's like inversed. So like getting into it is a fucking, it's like pulling yourself up a fucking ladder. It's like, what the fuck is this? As you climb up in, as the gravity continues getting heavier and heavier, and as you walk all the way down to the Nexus level, the gravity doubles. So you are now under twice as heavy gravity, which means you are back to moving at half speed, unlike before you briefly had left it. You're doing half speed, and any jumping or anything like that is all halved. Any like normal things that would be opposed by gravity, gravity's effects are doubled against you. So like anything of that nature, just to bear in mind. You come out into the Nexus level and you see yourselves on the roof, and you see there is people like standing on like the like on the ceiling, like trying to get picks off people like ravaging for like things that have like been lost by people or like have fallen up out the way, like out of reach and things like that. Like it's weirdly chaotic here, as everyone's kind of like entering this weird free for all. If you'd like to make your way towards your Rise of the Elegance, you can.
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder if the butcher ever made his way over. Just to imagine he's getting halfway there and he's just sort of,
There's just like meat floating around and then dropping onto the ceiling.
You make your way over, and you see the balcony of the penthouse suite, like at the ground level from you, and you see a bunch of these, what I'm going to dub as opportunistic raiders trying to break into it. And it looks like some of them succeeded, because you can just see a bloodbath up at the walls, the broken glass. You see one guy dragging himself off the balcony. He has no legs anymore, and he's just dragging himself like hand over hand. He's like a dwarven man. He's like, oh gods, the fucking monster in there came out. He looks at us and goes like, don't go in, it's not worth it. The fabric isn't even real cashmere. And he's just like dragging himself away, like blood like trail behind him, leading all the way to the penthouse. And
Well, at least we don't
inside,
have to feed Toa for a while.
inside, like you see through the glass, like the dark penthouse room where the light has been broken as the chandelier hit
Can
the
you
ceiling.
see through the glass? Or is it just like...
I think Volga is just going to put a hand on Varus' chest. Let's give this a minute.
You see like a little burst of fire from inside illuminating for a second, and yeah, like you see Tawa fucking some shit up.
That's my boy. Girl.
Yeah, we'll give it.
Hey.
We'll give it like 30 seconds. Let him kill whoever's still in that room, and then we'll make our way in.
Okay,
There's
yeah,
something
you
to
guys
cut
step
things
You may want
outside,
to announce your
and
presence before
whipping
you
around like a wild beast defending its lair. You see, hunched down low to the ground, full stalking stance, wings spread out wide to make itself look as imposing as possible, curled tail coming up over its head, and the three heads on either all around, like, kind of like staring in your direction.
baby.
You hear it say, "Ow." And behind it, you see it has a pile of bodies neatly stacked.
Horde.
So, I understand you've had a little bit of fun, but your mother is in trouble. She kind of needs your help.
Okay, make me an animal handling check, please, Beros. Black.
I was about to say, the other question is, do you speak Draconic?
Well, it kind of speaks common
It speaks
now.
broken common.
It can speak
does it?
better Draconic, I think, or understand
It does.
Draconic better.
Mm.
Atlas would always speak to it in Draconic, but it kind of speaks common.
Can I give him advantage if I repeat it in Draconic?
Sure. I'll let you roll it. Change the DC.
Exactly the same.
Add them together?
Say that to Beros, and the Chimera looks at you. The goat head locks eyes with you,
Come on.
and it
come on,
turns
Toa.
to the dragon head and says, "They want our heart." The dragon head says, "Yes, they do." And that's when you actually look at the lion head as it finally catches the light. And on the lion's head, you see the white porcelain bone-like structure of a pit fiend skull.
Damn it,
With
Cyrus!
long red horns hanging off it, and billowing out from the red glowing eyes in the eye sockets, you hear a voice that you do not recognize.
Give me my damn chimera back, you asshole!
Who called this?
Where
Someone said
is
Chimera
the
and
one?
Pitfiend Skull.
Who follows Fife's footsteps? The lion
Follow
seems
us,
to
we'll
say.
take him to him.
And that is where we're going to stop for today. Tee hee! Ha ha! Ooh hoo hoo! Hee 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 hee!